でもまだ気づけばあの日を思い出してしまうけど、hey, go away, go away, cause I don't need you anymore. Go away, it's okay if you don't come back anymore. Keep on working, I keep on working. Keep on working, oh I keep on working. まだ夢の途中に目覚めて見渡したら急に Oh 君が君ではなかったの、まるで知らない誰かの突き放して目をそらして言葉なくして離れていって、二人の間咲く溝、もう今は戻れない場所へと。今でもまだ気づけばあの日をまた求めてしまうけど、hey, yeah. Go away, go away, cause I don't need you anymore. Go away, it's okay if you don't come back anymore. Keep on working, I keep on working. Keep on working, oh I keep on working. けれどどこかでまた戻れるなんて夢を見たいだけかもしれないね。けれどこれまでわかっているよ、夢よまだ消えないで、もう遅いけど Go away, go away, cause I don't need you anymore. Go away, it's okay if you don't come back anymore. Keep on working, I keep on working. Keep on working, oh I keep on working. Hey, hey. Every time I wake up in the morning, my mind starts racing and exploring. My eyes start watching and recording. My mind releases endorphins. My new queen dressed like a goddess, and she keeps her heart heavily guarded. Sometimes I feel like she heartless, and I'm always gonna let her bitch regardless, but you chose up. I've been running game, you playing, you still tryna load up. Now you see my wrist, my ears, my neck, my heart is froze up. I know she a rider, told her roll up, and that pussy fire, baby, showing up.
Girl, run this one-on-one. She in the cut, she know her way around the slums. When I saw her, I was on her from the jump. Had to hit her with the layup, that's a dump nuts. Hanging on these hoes, they be dangling off my coat, saying, babe, please don't go. Left them hanging in the cold. Got some bitches at the house, and they all got on wedding rings. I got one on me right now, down for any and everything. But girl, you chose up. I've been running game, you playing, you still tryna load up. Now you see my wrist, my ears, my neck, my heart is froze up. I know she a rider, told her roll up. Damn, that pussy fire, baby, shown up, shown up.
Her body poppin', pretty faces selling lies, all these hoes be bopping. You back wildin', wildin', he mad, why he tryin' mad, I'm shining. I'm above that drama, I'm above that trick. So many fine women, why would I stay committed? Graham got her thinking I'm the chosen one, that's it. Other niggas niggas be cold, I'm the coldest one. I got 99 problems, you ain't the only one. Girl, you chose up, I've been running game, you playing still, you tryna load up. Now you see my wrist, my ears, my neck, my heart is froze up. I know she a rider, tell her roll up. Damn, that pussy pie, girl, show up. Hey.
I'm getting a little tired of you broken promises. Looking at your pages, seeing different numbers and numbers.
Blowing up my pages, say you want a chance. Listen when I say play a please.
Yeah. Hey, shit, centerfold, better throw them stacks, better get your bread up. She won't ever let up, nah. Hey, you wanna see some ass, better throw that cash, better get your bread up. She won't ever let up, nah. Hey, shit, centerfold, better throw them stacks, better get your bread up. She won't ever let up, nah. Hey, you wanna see some ass, better throw that cash, better get your bread up. She won't ever let up, no. Yeah, throw that ass in the circle. Yeah, she shaking ass with a purpose. Yeah, spent your money, hope she worth it. Yeah, spent your money, now she lurking. G5, no commercial flights. She gon' hit my line tonight. We live, got the top I like. We live, got it right tonight. Hit the gym, get her body right. Type of nigga that'll change her life. The way she move me got me mesmerized. The way she move me got me, ayy, had to go and get her, cause she's so much better. I'm so glad I met her, ayy, yeah. She do it so much better, and she never let up. Other hoes can never, ayy, ayy. Shit, centerfold, better throw them stacks, better get your bread up. She won't ever let up, nah, ayy. You wanna see some ass, better throw that cash, better get your bread up. She won't ever let up, nah, ayy. Shit, centerfold, better throw them stacks, better get your bread up. She won't ever let up, nah, ayy. You wanna see some ass, better throw the cash, better get your bread up. She won't ever let up, no.
Girl, I'm feeling on your body, I'm about to body you. This bitch is paid for days, she might run through the crew. And she's stacking a fatty right on you silly hoes. Out here shaking that ass, she about to get it though. Yeah, she in here clubbing, fucking around. All them dollars drifting to the ground. After party when she gets home, fuck it up, go to work in the zone. But baby, you sit up for better throw them stacks. Yeah. Don't got no time for other bitches in my business. She got a preference, she say she celibate. That means that pussy's irrelevant. Sometimes she's still let me fuck for the hell of it. We got a thing and it's evident. The text that we share is the evidence. It's nothing, it's peanuts to elephants. We like to mix up the elements. I brought the loud and she brought the lighter. She heard that I got that fire. Rolling up back to back until we just can't get no higher. Conversation got that pussy wetter than a geyser. I break her off, then drop her off and screech off on these tires. About to hit the mall and get some brand new attire. Walk up out the store with some drip, these hoes admire. Haters mad cause I killed the game so casually. Bitches distracted by all my clout and jewelry. Doing my thing, doing the game, make a motherfucker remember my name. Mama said don't you forget where you came, cause he see me swerving out of my lane. Used to smoke weed, now I'm snorting cocaine. Still got that gas, I just call it propane. Rock with a man with a dip in the cane. Ooh, you know I'm doing my thing.
Like, hey, what you doing? Girls come round like clockwork, gotta keep it moving. You know I've been getting to the bag now. She hit me back like, where the fuck you at now? Them bitches jack like, hey, what you doing? Pushing up all on me, they want me to pull on. They know I've been getting to the bag now. She hit me back like, where the fuck you at now? Them bitches bitches be jacking me. My new thing's a black queen, she mixed with Japanese. She role playing a cosplay, cause it like Fashion Week. Tats all over her body, look like a masterpiece. We fucking unison to the music and I'm tryna catch the beat. Hey, she say speed it up, beat it up, bent over backwards. She love it when I'm deep enough, legs cocked and your feet is up. Hit your spot, girl, I'm G as fuck. I'm dripping off top, baby, clean it up. Then roll one up, run game, baby, load it up. Phone high, just won't stop blowing up. They like, hey, 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 what you doing? What you girls come round like clockwork. Gotta keep it moving. You know I've been getting to the bag now. She hit me back like, where the fuck you at now? Bitches jack like, hey, 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 what you doing? Pushing up around me, they want me to pull them. They know I've been getting to the bag now. She hit me back like, where the fuck you at now? Them bitches jack like.
Walking in your streets, them boys know how to eat. These niggas don't want no beef. Billie Jeanin' on your street light. Nigga with that heat light. Wolves walking in your streets, them boys know how to eat. These niggas don't want no beef. Billie Jeanin' on your street light. Nigga with that heat light.
I gotta get it, gotta have it. Wolves gon' find where you stash it, eating all of your cabbage. That's your diamonds and bonds, we taking all of your funds. And your day want some bums, heard they rollin' with us. Said they actin' real sus, bust. Flip-flopping on your trust, turn the boy salami. Cuz get them bodied up, call the rules, start the party up. I'm really fucking tired of ya, so I had to side of ya. I'm about to get right of ya and bumped up. You about to get stumped up on theta theta. Skin you later, alligator, now I got my weight up. Goals, I just gotta be honest. We just out here acting godless, living life like it's lawless. Never asking for a party, niggas know where they hardest. Right where the start is, paint this path like Picasso. Go, go.
Wolves walking in your streets, them boys know how to eat. These niggas don't want no beef. Billie Jeanin' on your street light. Nigga with that heat light. Wolves walking in your streets, them boys know how to eat. These niggas don't want no beef. Billie Jeanin' on your street light. Nigga with that heat light.
Guru, half a pill and counting $500,000. Other half in mattress ceilings, baby match the feeling. Peeling through these bills and fiends, shifting through the building. Sniffing like a scratch off, tripping off the bath salt. Catch a nigga slipping, hit him, ditch him in the asphalt. Bitch and get a glass jaw, snitching, you get waxed off. Kick back, the blick had a grip on her. Bitch snap, did a nigga grimy as the dishwater. I'm trying to make $1, gotta flip quarters. I need 100 piece, that's a big order. Yeah, breadwinner with a bigger portion. Play roulette, nigga, spin the wheel of fortune. Bankrupt, y'all niggas broke, fix your face up. If I gotta check you, that's a pay cut. Yeah, protect your neck or you'll get ate up. Move in a room full of wolves, how they raised us.
Wolves walking in your streets, them boys know how to eat. These niggas don't want no beef. Billie Jeanin' on your street light. Nigga with that heat light. Wolves walking in your streets, them boys know how to eat. These niggas don't want no beef. Billie Jeanin' on your street light. Nigga with that heat light.
around like the plug. I got the money and bud. I hang with killers and thugs, but I don't be selling no drugs. I just be kicking this knowledge. Intelligent, but I ain't do good in college. Too busy getting high to acknowledge all of my haters and all of my scholars, but I knew that I'd be successful regardless. Now I just hang with the bitches and ballers. I'm getting that Skrilla, I'm getting that Koala, getting that money, getting that dollar. Got these good girls tryna holler, got these bad bitches tryna fuck. Got that codeine in my cup, got that good in my pocket, tryna roll it up and then spark it.
Hello. Hold on. Let me test on YouTube just to make sure that we can hear each other. If we can hear. Alright.
Ooh.
Hello.
What's up? What's good?
Hello.
Do we have the levels?
Yep. We're good to go. Alright.
All right.
You want
If the levels are right,
levels right, everything's right.
and that's all I need. With that being said, welcome to the Casual Crew podcast, and welcome to the Homies Dojo, where you're celebrated, not tolerated. With that being said, I am HBK Vakora, and I got a crew, a cast, a team with me today. I got the Carolina King, Just Josh.
Yep. You know Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
I got your boy, the Tusha Pak, aka Mukamura Sama.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I got your boy Mac Freezy. You already know.
What's good, y'all? H-Town represent. You know what I'm saying?
Got you a new person that's gonna be pulling up a little bit more often. You got your boy Alf.
Yo.
We also have Big Lex on the scene.
Pow.
And we have Tay. You already know. I was gonna say Tay, but I didn't know if you wanted the second one on there.
Hey. Tay is fine.
All right, what is up, y'all? What are we getting into?
Before we start, because there's gonna be a lot of touchy subjects being brought up, so I'm gonna go ahead and give a disclaimer real quick to the viewers out there. Before we dive in, just a quick disclaimer: this is a podcast all for fun and games. We are not professionals. Nobody here knows what the hell they're talking about, and it's all jokes. And I understand we're probably going to be talking about some touchy subjects today, but we're just normal, regular people talking about how it all affects us. Everybody handles trauma differently, so don't take it seriously. Take these conversations that we're having and have them amongst your friends and family, and you guys kind of come to your own conclusions about that. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna let Bakora take it from here.
All right. I guess we got disclaimers now.
Hey, we gonna need it for this one. we gonna need it for this one.
Yeah, there are a couple of wild topics I want to cover on this episode. But I want to start off seeing what y'all week was about. You know what I'm saying? If y'all have anything important or anything worth mentioning, anything y'all want to talk about personally.
I'm hurting right now.
Wow, what's up?
My boy Rich Homie died, man. I don't know what to do with myself.
Yeah.
All right.
Rest in power, for sure.
That type of way definitely hit different when you was playing it. I was like, dang. Remember, where I was. Right? I remember a specific instance of where I was singing that song, chilling with the homies. I'm like,
we was jamming that shit in the school bus all the way to school.
Right, that shit crazy.
Nah, I remember. I I remember, like that was around the time when I was going into high school. It was my first homecoming. Like I'd never been to a football game, basketball game, nothing. So I'm like lit as hell, and I'm dancing, and I just remember listening to fucking Rich Homie Quan, and I got so lit, I ended up splitting my pants that day. It was crazy. It was crazy. Good times, good times.
For sure.
I remember.
I used to sing the song. You know what I'm saying? So, or not the song, but I used to sing a couple of Rich Homie songs a lot back in the day when he was like super popping. Yeah, I think it's unfortunate that he passed. If we're gonna get into that topic, we might as well get into that topic. We could start there, and then go
Hold
through
on,
the
let me
rest
share
of
one
people's.
story. Let me share
Yeah,
one
go
story
ahead.
before we really get into it. So I remember like one of my first real jobs. I used to work at this place called Shutterfly. I made like photo books and whatnot. And I had a homie named Nick. Well, me and him still homies. We just stay in 2 different states now. But me and Nick would just like randomly walk up to each other, and like say like lyrics from songs, but like different lyrics. And I remember like when Type of Way came out, I walked up to him and I was like, I see niggas, I'm busting, they fussing about nothing. Ain't no telling what I'll do to a hater. And then this nigga just started going off.
Yeah, man, I liked his flow a lot. I definitely fucked with Rich Homie Quan, and that was one of my favorite songs from him.
I liked that one song. What was it? I forgot. Pat It Up or what? I forgot the name of the song. I'm not gonna lie. I just remember that he says that in the song, like something. I forgot what it was. I wasn't the biggest Rich Homie. Yeah, exactly. The Quan, the dance. I would do that dance. Yeah, that's the one. Like all the songs where you can kind of do them little dances. Like I remember going to the club with my brother and hitting that shit. That shit was fire. I miss that shit, honestly.
Hit that. Watch me. Now watch me. Now watch me walk through.
Yeah. He had a
I feel
couple.
like his music is like a great embodiment of pre-COVID life. Like when everything was just cool and straight for real. Like
Right.
you didn't really have no worries.
Facts.
Man. He's definitely gonna be missed.
Definitely gonna be missed.
Yeah, it's already felt. It is already
Did
felt.
anybody see what happened? Anybody?
I heard OD from drugs.
Yeah, I want to get into that. That's so. They say it was an overdose, but I'm gonna be the first person to say I think there might have been foul play, and I hope not.
Yeah, another
You know what I'm
person.
saying? I wouldn't know who would be the party that did it either. But with that being said, I just want it to be thrown out there and just put this in the atmosphere. We do know that Young Thug trial is going on. And there was word that he was supposed to testify in that case. I don't know if he was going to or not, but they had him down as one of the witnesses. That whole trial has been like a crazy shit show and all that stuff. I'm not saying or pointing fingers at anybody, but I do say this. It is a weird coincidence on timing.
We gotta look at the court. LeBron was a witness. Fucking LeBron James was also a witness. Like because he threw up a gang sign in a video. Like you gotta think of it from that point of perspective. You gotta. I mean, depending on what the evidence is, I haven't seen the actual evidence for why he's testifying.
I don't think the reason he's testifying is important. I don't even know if he was really going to. I think the important part is that he passed, and the timing of him passing leads me to believe that there's foul play.
Allegedly.
Personally.
Allegedly.
Allegedly and personally.
Yeah, I'm reading the you know how the Shade Room be having their little information or whatever on the topic. And it says the woman on the line told authorities that the rapper had fallen asleep on the couch the night before. When she noticed that he was still there, she went to check on him and discovered that he wasn't breathing and had foam around his mouth. And that makes me think, oh my gosh, y'all.
Go ahead and say it. We already did the
Yeah.
disclaimers.
Yeah. Shit just like I was saying, like shit just don't be adding up. Some stuff don't be making sense, bruh.
It's giving Marilyn Monroe. Like it's giving like somebody murdered him allegedly. Allegedly.
Like, did he fall asleep or was he dead last night? And you just saying that this morning, like, what really happened?
And he didn't even seem like the type to really do drugs like that. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe smoke. That's all like I can really. And if I think of somebody who takes drugs, it's not Rich Homie Quan.
Well,
That's
the
me
reason why
personally.
you can't really say that is because I mean you don't know these people. Like they could live a whole nother life behind the scenes. They could be doing whatever the hell they want to behind the scenes, no
True.
matter what kind of shit you put on.
True.
So we don't really know what he could have been doing or is doing.
True.
That's why I don't understand why people turn up so much for these celebrities and stuff and be defending them so hard in the comments and shit and whole time.
You do not know these people.
Right.
The bandwagons be crazy, especially
Yeah.
like they be going for war and then like some of them be going to the extremes of
French-
like coming
French-
like you ain't shit,
The
all
Nicki
this type of
fan?
stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Have you even met this person in real life?
Yeah. Drake fans, we're talking to you. He lost. He lost. All right. Just take it on the chin.
Oh, weird. No, I swear they like the Nicki fans are the most like they're the craziest fans. I swear, like any type of music artist they post about, oh Nicki's better. Nicki did this, Nicki did that. Like, bruh.
Yeah, Nicki deserves some degree of respect for the legend that she is, but not to that degree. Like, goddamn, like, calm the fuck down.
Or like the Taylor Swift fans and how they did Kayla Nicole.
Taylor Swift fans are
What they do to my girl? Y'all know that's my spirit animal.
nuts.
What did they do to Kayla Nicole?
Like they literally went off on her because of the whole because she dated Travis Kelce and whatnot, and then like they started blowing up her comments and like having beef with her. I guess like there was like a Netflix released a documentary on like receivers, and I think Kayla Nicole went to one of her friends who happens to be the wife of like George Kittle and whatnot, and she was in their booth and whatnot, and they were started just making allegations and just coming at her like sideways, and she was just chilling and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure this documentary got made before their whole breakup happened and whatnot, but like they came at her sideways, and I was like, y'all doing the most.
Well, I do not have a horse in that race. So with that being said, I like how the situation played out, to be real. I mean, I do believe a little controversy is cool, but as long
You
as
think they're gonna
nobody got
release the
dragged.
autopsy?
The autopsy on who? Hold on.
Rich
Yeah,
Homie Quan.
I was just like, you're glad that he died, nigga? Like, goddamn. No, I was talking about before. I was just like, it seemed like you're saying I was lost. So clarify, please.
Me clarify or her clarify?
You clarify.
Oh, all right. What I'm going to clarify is this.
Finish chewing, bro.
Finish chewing before you choke.
What I'm going to clarify is this. I was listening at the start of what she said, but then I heard Taylor Swift or something like that and Travis Kelce. I thought the conversation was about their relationship. So I was like, in regards to them, I don't got a horse in that race. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't have nothing to say about them. Now, I didn't know that all of that was related still to the Rich Homie Quan situation.
Okay.
So I hope they do release an autopsy. I hope we get the truth. You know what I'm saying? Maybe what happened is really what happened. And if it is, then that's unfortunate, but I don't think that's what really happened. You know what I'm saying? So
it was like we just seen him in an interview recently, kind of addressing certain things, and then all of a sudden dead. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just so weird. Like, and it looks like a duck quacks it. Like most likely it was some type. But and now that kind of makes me look at Thug like, are you really on some crazy? Like I don't know. Allegedly,
Well,
allegedly.
let's not point any fingers at anybody until any
Yeah.
comes
Yeah.
out. Let's not speculate at all for that fact.
Nah, fuck that. We're definitely gonna speculate. Allegedly, you know what I'm saying? But like, still, like that. I'm just playing. Nah, I get what you're saying.
No, we can. I hear you. I think we can speculate. I don't think we should point fingers. And if you have something on that person,
as long as
point it in that direction.
You know what I'm saying? Make
But
sure
if you don't,
not actual, you know what I'm saying, accusations at all.
Yeah, we don't. Always add allegedly.
Nothing we say here means jack shit outside of this.
Allegedly, Young Thug got a case going on right now, and maybe he didn't want Rich Homie Quan to hit the stand. I don't think that's what happened because honestly, the way I've been watching the case, I feel like Young Thug is honestly innocent in a lot of the shit he's been. So I'm like, I don't even think he would ever even need to do any of that shit because I don't think they have anything on him. This whole trial has been a shit show. You know what I'm saying? Like the state is scrambling every single week. With that being said, if it was so in his favor, why would he need to do something like that?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
But then, like, you know, with people dying and things being a shit show, it's giving Kingpin vibes. It's giving Lex Luthor vibes. I'm just saying. Allegedly.
But if he did, in fact, OD, have y'all been noticing like a lot of like these artists who do all of a sudden pass away with like all the like OD stuff, especially like the ones you would think didn't do drugs, which goes back to like Mac's point of like you don't really know these people. Do you think with that are people? I would think people would pay more attention to drugs and maybe there'd be a decrease in drug use because we've had so many artists OD from them. But keeping like the fact that we like had Rich Homie Quan pass away from like allegedly OD and kind of makes it like, do y'all really care about what's going on? Have y'all not learned from like people, past artists who had passed away from similar situations?
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep it a stack. Somebody on my server had posted a screenshot of somebody's story, and they were talking about like, yeah, how Rich Homie died, and they were like, yeah, now we gotta get high for you, so we about to pop this bean for you. Like, people do not like they see it and they realize that it's a real thing and it's something that's dangerous. But when you in that addiction state, you don't really care. Like when you've been doing something for so long, everybody is always in the mindset of, oh well, that's their like that was their experience, not mine.
Yeah, sometimes people just don't know until it's too late.
Yeah, that definitely was an eye. Like things like this when it happened is definitely an eye opener. I definitely don't partake in those type of hard drugs, but I do partake in weed. And you know, in some states it's legal, some states it's not. But you still don't really know where you're getting it. There can always be some type of mix match. Always and anything can really happen. So it's best to kind of be safe than sorry. That's why I smoke the limited amount that I smoke. I drink the unlimited amount that I drink. So it's definitely an eye opener.
Well, I'm gonna take it a step further than that and say, yo, the drug industry is very prevalent. You know what I'm saying, and that it blends in with a plethora of other industries. Like the drug industry is prevalent within the acting community. It's present within the musical community. It's also present within just celebrities in general. So it's like you could be like a famous scientist or some shit like that, and then there's the possibility that you also dabble in that stuff a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so with the drug industry being the thing that it is, the mogul that it is, the people in that game being the people that they are, you know what I'm saying? I feel like there's a lot more that could be said about said drugs that was given to him. You know what I'm saying? Especially, once again, if foul play is involved. So, I don't know who's responsible, but I just take it back to the timing. And then, like, I feel like it's very odd. I don't even think he was gonna take the stand like anytime soon. It's not like he was the next dude or whatever. I just know that he was on that list. I just know that his name was popping up in that trial, and it was starting to pop up more and more. I think the dude that's talking right now in the case had mentioned him as well. So it's like it was reaching that point where he might have to take the stand, and I feel like someone was like, let's try to get rid of this guy before shit hits.
Or this is me with my conspiracy and my tinfoil hat. Yeah, allegedly. I think maybe allegedly that somebody could be. They're really trying to get him, and what better way to now have this type of mythological kingpin type of aura around him, where all his quote unquote enemies are just falling before they can really speak, right? So it could be the prosecution allegedly that they're just like, let's make it really look like this guy's a bad guy, or everything surrounding this case around him is kind of going left.
Yeah, it could very well be somebody on the other side, on the state side, trying to get a guilty conviction out of him and trying to do some shady or whatever. That's kind of a wild play to throw out there too. You know what I'm saying? That's some super deep stuff. It would have to be like on some FBI level.
For real.
You know
but the way he died seems like some FBI, like it's giving Marilyn Monroe. Like she just woke up and you know what I'm saying?
I was thinking about like, what if, like y'all was saying, like he on some real big kingpin shit, and Rich Homie Quan was like, oh hell no. I can't deal with this. Like I'm getting threats and all this other shit on some scary stuff, and he did it to himself. That's another thing that I think about. Like, what if
got to him pretty much?
That's another spicy take. We not even. I didn't even consider the idea of of that. You know what I'm saying? Taking your own, but yeah, definitely interesting. Sad topic. Sad that he passed. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to all of his. Shout out and love to all his loved ones.
Oh, I have one more thing on that. Because I was looking in the shade room, and Erica Banks had like posted videos and pictures of them together and stuff, and the comments. Because I just want to get y'all take on it. The comments are saying like, oh, why would you do that when you know he's married? Like, you're a side piece, and now you just, like, put all this stuff out here that you were messing with this man because he passed away. So, like, how do you feel like people should be allowed to, like, if they had that experience, or should she have just, like, kept it to a simple, RIP?
It depends. It all depends on, like, the timing and then, like, what is being shared. If like it's very you're just like if you're just all right, go ahead.
That's one thing.
Go ahead.
With the timing of that, I kind of don't want to speak on this topic because I'm like, we couldn't necessarily be throwing shade on a man that just passed. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I hear you. I don't necessarily want to cover that though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to necessarily throw shade on him or kick dirt on him. Like, he literally just passed. Everybody's mourning
not
him
on
right
the
now.
aspect of him, like the aspect of her. Like, do you think on her end that was like the right thing to do? She should have waited.
And I think she should have waited. I think that's messy, and I think she should have waited longer to speak on that. Don't speak on that right after he passed. Like, that's not what we want him to be remembered for. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So that's kind of how I feel personally. But you know what? If y'all want to talk about it, fuck it. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I think it all depends on like whether or not the context of what she's posting. If she's posting them hugged up and all this, that, and the third, is giving clout chasing. If it's just a little like chill, like we're just pictures of us smiling and being around each other, then that's a whole different thing. What are you saying? Like. And kind of, I want to agree with what Record was saying. It's just like you kind of like not necessarily keep it to yourself, but like wait a little bit, and because it's gonna ruffle some feathers. Like some people might feel a type of way. So it looks like your intentions aren't necessarily pure.
Or she could have kept that shit to herself. I would have been perfectly fine with her keeping that shit to herself.
100%.
But also to Mac Freezy's claim earlier, we don't know these people personally, and we don't know nothing about them. That secret relationship might not have been as secret as we all think it is. You know what I'm saying? There could have been plenty of people in his circle that knew about that, and so maybe she's just speaking from a place of mourning. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I was just with him the other. We don't know him and his lady could have been separated. Blah blah blah. This is a man I know not. I don't know too much about. So that's why I think it's messy to even like deep dive into it. But like giving my take on it, I'm like, it might not have been as personal as a relationship as we're seeing it. You know what I'm saying? There could have been plenty of people that knew they were a thing. You know what I'm saying? Even whoever he's married to, they could have been in the middle of filing for a divorce or something like that. I don't know. I'm just shooting darts at the wall. But that's why I'm just like I just think it's messy to I think it's just messy for everybody to like get up in their business at this point, because I'm just like, this man has passed away, and this should be a time of mourning and time for blessings and respect thrown on his name. And then you gonna bring up like, oh, did you know he was 2-timing with blah blah blah. Well, I don't know if he was allegedly all that shit, but I'm just like, that's kind of wild. That's kind of wild, kind of spicy.
I agree. I think there's a time and a place for everything. And I think right now it hasn't even been a full 24 hours. I think a lot of people would just respect this time to like mourn and like really come to terms like this person's no longer with us. And I feel like there was a time and place for that. And it feels like it's clout chasing, but then again, we don't know the full story, the full context. So I feel like at least out of respect, that could have been something that came up later on.
I agree.
Well, we're gonna move from that topic to a topic that's even darker. But I feel like we should talk about this as well. But no, you know what? Before we talk about that, let me take it back to something a little more lighthearted and to say, once again, what have y'all been up to this week? Let's reel it back a little bit.
Yeah, we didn't even really get to finish. I'll go ahead and start. Really just mainly work. I got some pieces out for my art. Kind of just doing essentially having some alone time, focusing on myself, long walks, and getting back to just the self-improvement type shit, pretty much. And it's been really rewarding having that time to kind of think about like just life. Got to think about my process. That was one of the conversations I was kind of having with myself. Was like, all right, how did I get to this point? How do I draw? Why do I draw the way that I draw? And I went back all the way to my childhood. I used to get these Gundam toys and mix and match them, and have these little like battles or whatever. I almost cried because I was remembering that shit. I was like, damn, man, I came a long way. And then going into the stick figure animation, so it was a big self reflection week for me.
Do you guys all have Monday off?
Yes.
No, I didn't.
Wait, what?
Since Monday was Labor Day.
No, I had to work.
Oh no, I work. Yep.
Shit.
My phone is completely broken, so I couldn't even go to work if I wanted to.
Sheesh.
Damn. But yeah, I was gonna say, me and my brother used to play with the toys or whatever whenever we were little. We used to like do WWE fights and stuff like that because we had a bunch of toys. So like it'd be like Batman, and Batman versus like Donatello, the Green Ranger, some villain from what's it called? G.I. Joe, Copperhead or something like that. And then like some toy, the brand new toy that we just got from McDonald's. which would always be like some random. I'm saying so a Pokemon versus 4 Batmans, and then like the reason why it was always the Batmans or whatever because they all were like the same toy, but they had different designs.
Yeah.
So they all had the same like fun and stuff like that. Yeah, it was epic. We used to play with those shits all the time.
The best toys. The reason why I feel like the best toys, like there was these old Mortal Kombat toys that were pretty cool because they're like you can control a lot more, but the only reason why I didn't like those because they weren't interchangeable. The Gundam toys and the Beast Wars toys were the best because you can kind of like make your own characters and customize them and rip the pieces off of each without really like breaking it. And like I used to get the Batman toys and rip the heads off, and then I would put it on the Gundam toys and kind of just interchange them and kind of make my own little like show or whatever, which was pretty fun.
Have you ever watched Toy Story?
Yes.
Yes.
So you're not supposed to rip the heads off of toys.
Yeah, that one kid in Toy Story 1 that was like gluing mixing. I'm not gonna lie. When I got to the age where I was kind of like, I don't know if I should be playing with toys. We did which was the stupidest thing I did, but we got all the toys and we like just destroyed them all. Like we moved on to airsoft. We had airsoft guns and BB guns, and we're just like, all right, guys, we're gonna line them up, and they all became target practice. I think we burned them all. It was like the more I think about it, like if my toys were alive, yeah, they probably are till this day. Like fucking that guy was an asshole. Like. Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
And then my sister, she had a whole bunch of Barbies, and she it was like my sister and my brother, we all kind of came to a consensus that toys were whack, and we were like, all right, well, let's just get rid of all of them. She had this big ass like Barbie tour bus house / thing, and we just like buried it alive in the backyard. Like not alive, but we buried that shit in the backyard. We just buried that shit. It's probably still like in our old house to this day, just deeply buried within the ground. And we just said our piece, and we said, all right, we're grown now, and we're moving on. Yeah, that was my week. Lex or Alf, when you guys want to go talk about your week?
My week has been pretty boring, honestly. I've just been pretty much doing some research and doing modifying my server. Trying to get that so we can have a little bit more interaction. And drinking. That has become, my best friend. I'm looking for new alcohol, so like that's something I was gonna ask. Like, what is y'all go-to alcohol? Because mine is Luna Azul. That's my girl. Luna's my girl.
Mine is water.
That's mine. On a budget or not on a budget?
On and off. Because water is one of the greatest.
Okay, Ron Cartavia is a tequila, the old ass tequila. It's called
I don't know how to say the name. It's one of those. It's a clear wine. It tastes really good. I forgot what it's called. Pinot Noir or something like that. Pinot Grigio. Yeah. That one. It's very sweet. I like it.
Ooh, so if we're in the wine topic, Stella Rosa Black. That's my.
Yeah, Stella Rosa's fine.
Oh yeah, I definitely get down with wine. I would call myself an alcohol connoisseur. I'm willing to
But you drink water?
Right.
Everybody's drinking. I don't have a favorite. So I'm drinking whatever everybody else is drinking. So when it comes, what y'all trying? What bottles y'all trying? Don't ask me because I don't have a favorite. You know what I'm saying? So everybody normally kind of pick up some tequila. Let me get that Crown Royal. Jack Daniels this or fucking Stella Rosa that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm about to go buy some Jack Daniels for me and my dad.
I just put a picture of that bottle I was talking about in the chat.
So do y'all have an alcohol that y'all had and y'all are like, I will never drink that shit again ever in my life?
Vodka.
Oh my god, yes, I have plenty. Jesus.
Fireball.
Jaeger, first of all.
Fireball.
Peanut butter whiskey.
Peanut butter whiskey. That sounds.
mint cream tequila. Mm-hmm.
I'll drink
Are these
anything.
like shots?
Yeah. It's like okay. So I gotta explain it to you. So it's like a shot glass, right? But it's divided in the middle, and then the left side you have the mint cream tequila, and then the right side you have the peanut butter whiskey.
Ew.
We had to take them together.
Ew.
You took that willingly?
Never again. Fuck no.
Mint peanut butter? That just sounds diabolical.
Mm-hmm.
And then, then it's like some weird European shit I tried one time. I didn't like it. Yeah, got plenty.
How do y'all not like Fireball? And
I
why do y'all
like
not like
I like Fireball. I had like
I don't.
I'll
It's
take
all
it.
right. Small amounts. I can't have no whole thing of Fireball like that.
I don't like the
I'm not-
candy either.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of cinnamon. Like, I might eat. I'm just not a fan of cinnamon. I can't
The
even
only
think of
s-
something that.
The
that I
only
like.
cinnamon I'll eat is cinnamon toast crunch. That's it.
I can't even
You
do
don't
that.
like cinnamon rolls?
What?
What?
You don't like
No,
cinnamon
you
toast
know
I don't
what?
like cinnamon
I
rolls.
can get down with cinnamon rolls. I can get down with cinnamon rolls. So I hear you on that. It's very small with cinnamon with me. Like in most
Cinnamon
cases, I don't
churros.
like.
You ever had cinnamon churros before? That shit slap too.
Nah, I
What's
don't like
that?
that.
You don't like churros?
Oh,
Nah,
churros.
I
They
don't
get
like
too
that.
hard for me.
Nah,
No,
you
you
have
gotta get them from the
yeah.
place.
You gotta get
You
it
can't
from the
get
right
no-
place.
Can't get no Taco Bell churros. You got it. No.
I
You gotta
love Taco Bell though, but I have yet to get their churros, so that's a fact.
You gotta get some real churros.
But speaking of food, Wendy's is
both.
doing that little SpongeBob
dip?
Krabby Patty.
Oh.
Y'all go and get it?
I'm gonna get it. I have to try it at least once.
Not just out of respect for the employees, because I know they are not ready for the amount of customers they're about to get.
I'm getting it first.
If I do get my shit, it'll be DoorDash.
Same.
I'm getting it first day, October
Was it-
8th.
You know the date. That's how you know he's serious. You know the date.
Yes,
I didn't even hear
I'm
it.
gonna roll up. I'm gonna roll up in there playing Cat Daddy.
Oh
On the
god.
SpongeBob, at the Krabby Patties.
I'm gonna roll up in there. What's that dude's? Some dude from YouTube. He made that song. It's called the Double Seaweed Deluxe. I'm finna pull up.
Oh, you talking about that? Oh, you talking about that rap?
Yeah. He
I
was
know.
like,
I'm.
"Let me get that
I know.
double seaweed love.
I remember that shit.
That's what I'm finna pull up listening to.
First of all, can we acknowledge the vocals? Let's go.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
know, a little bit.
W voice.
You know this. He do this.
This ain't nothing
You
new. He
know.
does this like once a day.
A little bit.
No.
But yeah, so I didn't even know that was a thing. I cannot wait for that. What day is it again? October 8th?
October 8th.
Is the meat made out of crabs?
Nah, you
Oh.
overthinking it.
Damn, that's the whole time I'm thinking it's gonna be like some type of fish sandwich.
Did you know
Nah.
SpongeBob?
I mean, I thought they were made out of. I thought the burgers was made out of some type of fish or crab.
That's conspiracy theory that's made out of crab meat, but
Wow.
I think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna do.
Was
that.
it like fucking fish cow meat? Like how? Where's the meat coming from? Is it the fish or?
It's a regular burger, nigga. God damn, why are you overthinking this shit?
Because I want to know. Just like in Pokemon, what do the Pokemon eat? The Pokemon gotta be eating each other because they're.
The Pokemon are
told you in
absolutely
one of
eating
the
each other.
episodes.
Let me
You
try to
don't
look it
know
up.
That it is crab meat because they were like, why is Mr. Krabs the only crab you see? Because the secret formula is fucking crab meat.
That's the conspiracy stuff. Like and I kind of believe that, but and whatever episode they said it was plankton, and they was smooshing up the plankton or whatever.
Look.
trying to make it-
I just want to know what Wendy's is gonna make it out of. That's gonna be the kicker. But on another note, Alf, what's up with you? What happened with you your week? We're gonna keep going down. Mac, you're next, and then Carolina King, then Tay.
Shit, you know I be drawing, cause I just be, you know what I'm saying. I just recently started like drawing like animals and like creatures and shit like that. Usually I draw like a bunch of people, so it's like new territory, but it's going pretty well.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That is true. I have seen a couple of your TikToks where you've been posting like rhinos and shit like that.
Rhinos?
That wasn't you? Oh,
Nah, bro.
I thought that was you.
I didn't upgrade the rhinos yet.
He
I'm
was
over
like,
here
yeah,
drawing
yeah. No,
dogs.
he was like, yeah, I seen the rhinos, bro.
You're probably talking about the sharks, cause yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But like when he said TikTok, that shit kind of threw me off.
Anyways, Mac.
You can find your animation somewhere in the internet. Go ahead and drop the link when you want to. Let us know.
Fact.
Wait, who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, bet.
Al.
Yeah, my fault.
Matt, go ahead.
Oh yeah, well, you know what I'm saying, I did a lot this week. I made my Discord server. It is now live. You know what I'm saying? Devil Ass City Discord
in the
server.
motherfucking building. DAC.
I can drop it again today if y'all need it. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna post my updates, drawing updates. You know what I'm saying? Stream notifications, shit like that. It's also just gonna be a community for creators to get together, much like this one. You know what I'm saying? Get in there, do the events. You know what I'm saying? Get acquainted with people, shit like that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, drop the
as
link,
well.
please.
Yeah, and we're probably gonna. Are we doing it after this episode?
What?
The interview?
Yeah, we're gonna highlight your content and right after.
Oh, yeah, I'm not really talking about the content. I'm just talking about what I did. Like I just set up the server today, and then I did some drawings over there on my TikTok and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, send me some of that in the server. No, I joined it already, but like I'm gonna have to go over there and see that for myself. I didn't know how you were gonna be fleshing that out. So yeah, I'm with it.
Sure. Or just like drop like a big ass collage in the official art channel, so you can just like check out everything I've done so far.
That's what's up.
What do you guys like the most about being a creative or identifying as a creative?
I mean, I don't really identify as one. I just am. I just happen to do this. I mean, this wasn't my first choice. I was gonna be like a real estate agent.
Wait, hold on. What was
like, you know what? Fuck that shit. I wasn't happy doing that. So.
What was the question again, Tay?
Yeah.
So, what do you like the most about being a creative? Like just being able to, whether it's drawing or writing or animation or coming up with music, like what do you enjoy the most about doing that?
I think it's like the self-satisfaction of like being able to tell my own story that could like possibly be as good as like the shit that I love. Like I want the things that I create to be like measured up to shit like fucking God of War. You know what I'm saying? Like shit that everybody's heard about. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like how good the story is. Like it's not just a game or it's not just a cartoon. Like I would love to have that kind of like writing ability that people think that way about my work.
That legacy.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For me,
for sure,
creating is like taking a shit. It is extremely satisfying. It's something that I have to do. It is literally the only way I can process my emotions, my trauma, and everything. It makes everything make sense. And a lot of the times things just fall, like at least with my art, at least with everything I create, it just goes together and it just makes sense. And I just take my time. I don't really rush it, but yeah, it's very satisfying. At one point, I think I did want to do it for the glitz and the glamour and the the legacy, but it's mainly for me. I don't give a fuck if no one watches it. if I had to, I would just watch it all by myself. If I could make it right now and watch it all by myself, I would. It's really I wanted to make it for people like me, but it's mainly for me.
I agree. I would say the same thing, but I like like that would go in tandem with how I feel.
Yeah.
Because this would be like my magnum opus. Like I'm spending even if it don't blow up, I'm spending the rest of my life creating this shit, bro. Like,
oh god, locked in for like.
Fast.
I think for me, it's like the creative freedom aspect of like having the ability of making everything in your head come to life. Like, because a lot of times we have ideas that someone that's in the limelight might say, I'm not gonna do that because that's not gonna, sell or whatever the case may be. But you're gonna do it because that's you and that's your art.
Facts.
Yeah, with me, it's the freedom of expression. Personally, I've always kind of liked the idea of being able to give your opinion about things or whatever. And so when it translates to art, that's your way to creatively express your opinion, and and I it just translates to so many different mediums for me, because I'm like, whether it's the stories that I'm trying to tell animation wise or games wise, or the music that I'm trying to make and all that stuff, so, like, it's just creative expression for me is the thing that I enjoy the most about it, being able to express my creative thoughts and ideas with the world. Some people like it, some people don't, but yeah, that's not really a thing I focus on, you know what I'm saying? So that's where I kind of relate to them too, where they're like, I'm more doing it for me, you know what I'm saying? But like, anybody that enjoys it, that's cool. That's something that we can we can bond with. If you like anything that I do, like, that means something to me. But not the reason that I do it. You know what I'm saying?
It helps with motivation wise. Motivation wise, when people are like acknowledging your art, it does like give you a boost of confidence to keep kind of doing what you're doing. But I wish that like in the beginning, I think it would have saved me a lot more time. But it was on God's timing. If I was just more confident, I'm gonna just go ahead and say like, R.I.P. to Omar. We miss him very dearly, but I remember that's something he told me is like, have way more confidence in like what you're doing. Like, yeah, I can sit here and help you draw these characters, or yeah, I could have been your artist, but he's going down his own path. And that really was like the springboard to me like drawing for myself and not necessarily taking the writer role and just like, I'm just gonna do this just straight up by myself. So it definitely helps when you get those words of encouragement from senseis or people around and get that acknowledgement to keep on going down the path that you're going. 100%.
Yeah, and just to double up on that real quick, I know a lot of y'all probably don't know, and the audience won't know who this is, but shout out to Omar just in general. He was a dope person to know. He was one of my best friends, and he was the best artist that I ever knew personally. His artwork was amazing.
Right.
So it's very unfortunate that that happened, that he passed, but rest in peace, and he is loved and missed a daily basis. So,
Facts.
Shout out to Omar. And shout out to Guru the God, who just pulled up.
Yard, what's poppin'? Gang, whole lot of gang shit. Hope y'all got the money right.
Hope y'all got the money right.
All
right.
Like, don't be afraid to put your creation out into the world, because I know a lot of the times that's something with artists that they're afraid that, oh, what if this doesn't, get big, or what if people don't like it? There's an audience for everything. You're gonna find your people, so put it out there and just be confident. Like Pac was saying, be confident in what you're doing. Because that's the only way that you'll be successful if you have confidence in yourself.
Yeah.
So put it out there. You never know.
Don't be afraid to steal it. Don't be afraid that people are gonna steal from you. Because I guarantee you, they're gonna try, but they will not be successful. It never works. Your art is exactly your art is yours, and they cannot steal your vision. And that is again probably one of the biggest things that was holding you back. Like you're you. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Don't worry about what everybody else is thinking. Just keep doing it and put it out there. If you look at a lot of my work, it's unfinished. A lot of my work is I was like, I just put it out when I feel like it, and I'll just keep expounding and keep adding the details as I go, and that's just how I kind of think. I'm not afraid to show where I'm fucking up. So yeah, you definitely gotta just push forward, keep going down that path, and don't care about people stealing because they can't. All right, so I think Carolina King, you're up, and then Guru, then Tay, then Guru, and then we're done recapping, and then we're gonna get to these deep topics.
All right. Well, this week I failed, but I learned some stuff. So first, I got my car back. My transmission went out. I bought another one, a used one. That one was bad too. So I'm probably either gonna sell my car for parts or rebuild the transmission. And I think my next car is either gonna be a hatchback or a compact SUV. Haven't decided yet. Also, another reason why I say I failed, but it's okay. I don't really lose. I either win or learn. But there's this guy called my brother. His name's Dan. I'm customizing some Vans for my brother for his birthday, and I could not get the colors to come out right. So his birthday's on the 13th when I get paid, and I'm like, maybe I'll just buy him some shoes. But he wants something custom done by me, so I might get him something and then just tell him I'm gonna customize something for you personally later.
Yeah. You can do that.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, either way.
But what if you give it to him and he's like, this is fire? Like, even though you feel like, oh, I can't get the colors right, but it's like something custom. So he might be like, this is fire, and I appreciate that. Like,
I didn't even think
that's a real possibility.
Yeah.
That is a real possibility. It's I'm overcritical of stuff, like, and I know y'all can relate to this too. I'm overcritical of stuff that like I do myself. Like, and it's not just like shoe customization. It's like even when I'm cooking, I'm like, no, it's not good enough. Like everybody will love it, but to me, it's not good enough. It could have been a little bit better.
feel that.
Yeah, that's real. Ever tried cooking with love? That might be an ingredient that's missing.
You know, I couldn't find that at the store.
You might feel a little tingle in your wrist when you season, and that's the ancestors.
Oh, shit. But yeah, I think you should definitely maybe give him a sneak preview, see what he thinks, and if he's fucking with it, you're not. That's all. That's up to you. Tay, go ahead.
This felt like the longest, shortest week ever, honestly. I did start working out again, which was good to clear my head. I am currently trying to work on some poetry. I did take a break from it only because when I do tend, similar to y'all, I tend to write what I feel. And this past August, for those who don't know, I was in a car crash. Definitely wasn't my fault. That whole experience kind of like was an eye opener for me because it could have gone a lot worse. I'm very grateful to be alive. However, that just made me like have like that internal shift where I kind of just like for the longest like wanted to back away from everybody and like really just like go ghost and go like incognito. And like this is like I think this is the first week where I'm finally feeling like myself again and feeling like the need to write and like just be creative. Definitely getting outside and touching nature and touching grass has been pretty cool and pretty nice to get back to, just getting back to my old self. And I do have a lot of things I want to write. I started reading again. I do kind of want to write a book. So I'm playing with that. I kind of want to do like this whole no face, no case thing, but I'm working on that. But other than that, it's been good. It's been a positive week. I'm gonna watch football on Saturday. I really hope my Nebraska Cornhuskers beat Colorado. I would really love that. I know it's a shot, but who knows? But yeah. And fantasy football starts tonight, so I'm really hoping the Chiefs pull through because I have Patrick Mahomes as my quarterback. So we'll see.
Okay, I hope the Huskers win.
Huh?
I just wanted to say, welcome back to being yourself again. You know what I'm saying, and getting that first, comfortability with yourself. Because I know sometimes it takes a while to get there, especially after like an experience that might be a little traumatic. You know what I'm saying? Glad that you're okay from that crash. I had heard just like yesterday that happened to you, so I wasn't aware that was something that you were dealing with until yesterday. But yeah, glad to have you back.
Everybody give a round of applause for Tay. She's back! Yay!
It's crazy 'cause, like, I literally have to drive by the place of my accident and I see the tree that I hit and it's forever tilted, and it messes with my mind of like I'm literally about to start changing. I changed my route today because like I can't continue to like drive past it. It's crazy because like I want to go up to the person who like the house and be like, I'm sorry this happened, this wasn't my fault. But then there's a reminder of that tree being like tilted for the rest of its life, and like part of me wants to go tilt it back, but like I don't want to break the tree, so I'm just gonna leave it. But yeah.
I definitely was gonna say that. Yeah, I love that you're getting back to yourself because that can be something. Because I had a situation like that too as well. About a year or two ago, I got into an accident, and for me, I had just I saved a year. I saved $10,000 in a year to get my car, and I got it and I wrecked it in a month. And so that that sent me through like a very, very dark place. So I completely understand where you're coming from. And I'm very, very happy that you are getting back to yourself and doing what you love again.
Thank you.
For sure. That's what's up.
One more question. What's on your playlist for your workout routines? Because I caught that. You said you went back to the gym. What's the song that you got on the playlist for your workout?
A song that I got on my playlist. I did finally get the chance to listen to Chloe's album, so that has been on repeat, especially The Rose by Chloe. But I am listening to JT too, so I'm catching up on that. Honestly, the song that surprised me the most is by Halle. She just dropped it, Because I Love You. And I was not expecting that from her. I was expecting that from Chloe, yes, but Halle, not so much. But yeah, I've just been trying to get back into my groove. But like my favorite song right now is "The Rose" by Chloe.
Listen to that Halle song, y'all. It is fire. I listened to it last night. I'm like, yes, girl.
Do you have any song recommendations?
Me?
All my recommendations is Rich Homie Quan.
Yeah.
All my recommend Homie Quan today, personally. But on a different day, next week I might have a different recommendation for you. But this week I'm riding with Rich Homie Quan all week. Out of respect.
Sweet.
Mine would be Sailing by Avent. Avent, however you say his name. I don't know. So it's just something about that song. It's just like a stress reliever for real.
What's turning up? A turn up one. N95, Kendrick Lamar. That's the only one I can really think of right now that happens to me. I haven't been really listening to workout music, so I'm probably like not the one to go to be honest.
What exactly is workout music? I just do the music that I can like drift off to and like not focus on the fact that I'm trying to run.
Workout music is music that gets you pumped and makes you feel energized.
Drake's push-ups, that shit's kind of fire. I'm not gonna lie, that's something to work out to.
Drake's push-ups.
It's all that.
Yeah.
It's what gets you in the zone, what gets you pumped up, what gets you to zone out, what gets you to feel comfortable as you get into that routine. Sometimes people be listening to the softest stuff you can imagine.
Then Glock Don Tolliver. That shit has been on repeat. Or Layla, Not My Problem. I'm not gonna lie, that shit fucking slaps. I love that fucking song. That shit is fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something super weird right now. Don't judge me. Well, judge me if you want to. I don't care. But if we were in a zombie apocalypse, I'm bumping The Weeknd. I'm a motherfucking star boy.
Hey.
Oh man, that was zombie comedy movie. That shit would go smooth as fuck.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna be on top of the roof shooting at zombies. Be like, I see you in 3D.
He would have. You might have to run to The Weeknd's whole playlist in the zombie apocalypse. I left my girl back home.
Oh, so here he goes.
Hey, we out of time. And I love you. Oh, God.
I feel like I would have to listen to some gangster shit when the zombie apocalypse came, because like I really gotta shoot, I really gotta kill niggas. Like, so yeah, I would have to listen to some gangster.
Yeah, I gotta put on some NLU skeet. You know what I'm saying? Oh, y'all don't know about that, never mind.
I know.
You one of those?
I know for a fact I'm playing Dark Knight Gummo by Trippie Redd at least one time.
I know gang for
Playboy Cardi is a
baby.
Sada Baby.
There you go.
I pop.
Oh, that's nasty work.
That's what
that is.
I feel like if I was in that situation, and this might be a hot take, I really might just play some instrumental music and then call it a day and just bust out some.
Hey, you gonna be listening
like
to
Beethoven?
Anderson .Paak's flute.
Not like yeah, kind of like Beethoven. Some classical, some like instrumental.
The new Andre album.
Nada, I'm playing the entire zone.
Shout out to Andre.
I do want to go to a gun range though.
Give me
I think
Mask Off by by Future.
Play that one on the speaker one time. We gotta shoot up all the zombies during that song.
See, while y'all playing these playlists, I'm gonna be going out the back and y'all gonna attract all the zombies. I'm running the fuck away. Like these niggas is crazy.
We gotta steal a track hawk and play Hellcats and track hawks. That's what we gotta do.
Hey.
I'm trying to run away from everybody. He's gonna be a zombie that was trying to hide at work in the back room, and he go try to sneak out the back, and the zombie go get his ass.
Yo, tell me why every time I played Left 4 Dead with my brother, I'd always try to run off, and I'd always get caught by the fucking liquor or whatever that zombie that would choke you in Left 4 Dead. Every time I'd run off, I'd run into some crazy ass zombie.
Yeah, you gotta stay with the pack.
I'm not trying to stay with the pack if everybody playing all this goddamn music, attracting all the zombies. Like, fuck.
Hey, bro, it's cool. I'm gonna be playing 50 Cent. Just get behind
No, we definitely got to play the zombie game now. We definitely got to play. Everybody here has to show up and play the zombie game that Victoria made.
Population.
That shit would be fun.
I'm gonna be up there I'm gonna be up there like this beat cocking and dumping. The drama really is nothing to me. I ride by and blow your brains out.
I'll tell you what you don't want to do.
Oh God.
Everybody.
If someone held a gun to your dome, what song could you rap word for word that could get you out of that?
I'm
Ooh,
dying.
that's easy.
I'm dead.
Ooh, that's easy.
I don't have one that I
Rap
can.
my own music, right?
Yeah,
Oh, I got
shit.
one.
Maybe,
I got one
maybe.
right
Throw
here.
dirt on me and grew a wildflower, but it's fuck the world. Get a child
Get
out
it
of.
out, out
Yeah,
of.
my life a bitch, but you know nothing about it. Been to hell and back. I can show you vouchers. Oh God.
Yeah. I could do a lot of Lil Wayne, to be honest, but here's the song right here. And y'all not ready for this one. Because honestly, y'all can use this song too. Y'all know about heart. You ready? A, B, C,
Hey,
D,
that's
E,
real.
F,
That's
G.
real. That's facts. Facts. I could do that one. That's my
I might
go-to.
shoot you in the foot for that one. I ain't gonna lie.
I might be able to. I might be able to do "Gold Digger" by Kanye. That's usually my go-to when I do karaoke, but that's the only one I can think about.
I could do a lot of Lil Wayne songs. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. Lil Wayne
Yeah,
probably
you
my
taking a
go-to.
man, JR.
And
But
I'm
Lil Wayne
going
and Kendrick, I can do "I" by Kendrick too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mine would be Killer by Pappy. That's my song.
No Role Models, J. Cole.
Okay.
There you go.
Jermaine. Cole.
Sure.
Yeah. I'd be on some R&B stuff, so I mean, there's a couple songs I could put. That's what I'm saying. I'll give him a show. I'm gonna give him a show.
Oh, you know what
God.
song I got? Busted. 2 a.m. clock in the morning. Where you been?
Oh God. Nah, I'm gonna hit him with that. These last $2.
Damn. You just put me
These
under that song
last
too.
$2.
For
I'm
real.
not
I'll
gonna.
hit it.
Oh God.
As soon as that gun touches my forehead, I'm gonna be like, 9 o'clock.
Oh God.
Hey.
10.
That's
Where you
crazy.
been?
You gonna get the whole show.
But Corey gonna have niggas in there dancing. They don't even want to shoot no more. They're like,
Hey, that's the point.
Oh, Last
start
but
crying.
last but not least, on the how's your week been going? Guru, you came in the motherfucking building. Let us know. And you got to be good, man. Just playing. Go ahead.
Shit, bro. Ain't really nothing to report besides, today. Today was a big ass mission. I had to cover the homies half of the rent, and that was a hassle itself. Your boy barely just got back in. That's why I stepped into the chat room. Other than that, though, I did do some cleaning up today. Your boy did do some staging, so got the clean energy pumping in the room.
Okay.
Good karma, centered balance. Got some sunlight today. Been drinking my water, so everything's all good.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. I love to hear it.
Stay hydrated.
That's what's up.
Got to. I hope tomorrow's better for you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, your boy found some new beats, so I might be working on some Afro beat shit.
Let's get it.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Hey, if you need some beats, we should lock in. We making the moves.
Oh, you are asking the right person. This motherfucker is the beat. He is literally the beat locker. He always has a tight beats on deck every single time. Man, this guy's a monster. Honestly.
We should have a listening party.
Oh, that's coming. The listening party is coming. I want to hear some music from Lex. I know Mac has some music, and we also have some music we're working on. So hopefully by that time, you know what I'm saying, we can get some collabs in and have a lot more to show as well. I know me and Vicora and Guru, I don't know if you guys know, but we're all in a group. We have a lot of songs that we've done unreleased that we're definitely willing to show. So that's definitely going to happen.
Fire songs.
Yeah.
Fire.
I was just thinking like.
Yeah, shout out to Dojo Game. Shout out to DMT Sensei. You know what I'm saying? Another sensei that I've met in my life put me on. Shout out to Vicora as well. These niggas taught me a lot about music, so giving them their flowers type shit.
I was thinking you gotta do like I feel like it would be pretty dope to do a big ass collab for the podcast, like an entrance, like
That shall be
a
fire.
little theme song type shit.
A theme song.
It's the casual crew. It's the casual crew. That's funny. But
Like
yeah.
I do think like an intro or outro song could be cool if we collaborated on it though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm doing the ad libs.
I'll join it.
Yes, sir. We love to see it. So, and let's get into these topics. We already touched upon Rich Homie Quan. I think that's kind of we got. Unless anybody has Guru, if you have anything to say about that, anybody specifically?
Yeah, you weren't.
Oh wow. Damn.
Rich Homie Quan passed.
Damn, for real.
From an overdose, allegedly.
Oh, okay. Damn. So they collecting the insurance money then.
See, look. You see how quick he jumped to conclusion? Look, all I want to say is y'all gotta respect the fact that people think there's foul play involved when you
Oh yeah, I'm
have
not
that
mad at all. I'm just saying we should hold off.
I respect it.
That's just my own opinion. That stays to me.
Yeah,
You
man.
gotta take that yourself.
Allegedly.
What's the next topic?
I want to cover a topic that Josh brought up earlier, and then if anybody has a topic after that, we can jump into that. But he said something about Ice Spice, and I don't know what he said, so I kind of want to hear what was up with that.
I definitely have some thoughts on this.
Yeah, and I do think that me and you are gonna go like from two different takes. So I'm interested to hear what you got to say about it.
All right,
So this is what I'm gonna say. There's this video going around. They're in like a prayer circle, and Ice Spice acting real weird. People are saying like, you know, she's possessed by demons. I'm a Christian. I'm not even really gonna take it that far. I'm gonna say she was looking real weird in that prayer circle. She was twitching. Her body was kind of jerking, like she couldn't sit still. She had this creepy ass smile on her face. Everybody else's heads bowed, eyes closed. She was being real weird. People are adding with this. They're adding something else to this video that happened earlier at the Super Bowl. She was seen with Katy Perry, and if you know about Katy Perry, you know. But she was wearing, Ice Spice was wearing an upside down cross, and she was throwing the little horns, you know, the little symbol that they do with their hands, whatever. So they taking that picture. I mean, they taking that that video, and this video, putting them together, saying stuff like, you know, she might have joined the Illuminati, she might have sold her soul. I don't really know what's going on. I see people's take on it. I see.
You want my personal opinion on the situation?
Not until I'm finished.
Let him land it. Go ahead. Land a plane. Go ahead.
This is what I'm saying. If you're successful, or when you're successful, there are people that's going to try to persuade you to join, like, you know, these secret societies and whatnot. They don't have anything to offer you anymore. The way the business used to be ran is you are the show. They're the business. They're not the business anymore. There's no reason to sell out anymore. I know 50 million is hard to say no to, but not if you have to give up something that you don't want to give up. You'll still make it. You'll still be the person that you're meant to be. All you have to do is learn the side of the business. When you are your producer, when you are your editor, when you are making the music, when you are who you're supposed to be, when you learn your craft inside and out, there's nothing nobody can offer you, especially if they're taking something from you.
W Mans, I 100% agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming it's probably around the same vein, but let's hear it.
Actually, I'm going through a different vein. I think she got tired of shaking ass and decided to do a different type of publicity stunt to try to hold on to the little bit of fame she still has. That's how I see it, just from like a realism perspective. I don't like to think about the Illuminati or type. Like, obviously, like it's a possibility. I'm not gonna deny that. Like, it's there. But I also just see a girl that got popular because she was shaking ass in a rap video and then got signed and, got basically planted in the industry. And now she's trying to hold on to that fame, and then her ass shaking isn't getting the crowd loud like it used to anymore. That's what I see.
I 100% agree with that as well. I'm now hearing, because I didn't know what the hell was going on with like any of that. I kind of think it's like a mixture of both. I think that possibly people have noticed that, or the pirates could have noticed, like, all right, the streams ain't hitting the same. I think you need a new gimmick. What if you just sell your soul? You could do that. And she might have, that instant gratification that kind of goes into what Josh was talking about. I think that if you kind of rush to get to your peak, you have to sacrifice something. And it's either you can take the long way or you can take the short way. Nowadays, look at all the creatives in this room right now, right? Had we have let us put all of our egos to the side, we can probably make one of the greatest works of fiction ever, or whatever. It doesn't even have to be a work of fiction; it could be whatever. But it's just finding those right people to actually create that with, because it is hard doing it by yourself. What the industry offers you is that team, but at the price of like who you are, and in a bad way sometimes. So it's like it's not necessarily selling your soul when you're with people who understand who you are and you're doing it for bigger reasons. That's why I always try to sell myself like, all right, I got to do this because it's bigger than me. This Discord is bigger than me. What I'm doing is bigger than me, and it's not all about me. But I have to make sure, or try to at least align with the people who can also see that as well. So that topic kind of goes into a lot of things with your life. So never take the shortcut. Accept help, but if it's instant, it's probably not good for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna play up on your whole light side, dark side last week. So Anakin asked Yoda, "Is the dark side stronger?" No. Yoda replies, "No. Faster it is, stronger it is not."
Yeah,
Point is,
that's
don't rush.
It's quicker.
Yeah, it's quicker,
But
but
it's
you
not
don't.
the better choice.
Oh God, you can see it with Anakin. He one of the strongest motherfuckers in that entire series. He died too quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and when you rush to your peak, you get there, but you get burnt out. So
Literally burned
let's
out.
say, yeah. So let's say like you hit your peak at 35 because you rushed it. After 35, you got nothing left to give, while there's niggas in their 60s still doing it.
Yeah.
Because they're not burnt out. They took their time to master their craft.
Exactly.
Now it's like, okay, well shit, I could go outside, absorb the world, and come up with fire. And that's something you used to be able to do but can't do anymore because you burned yourself out.
I just wanted to be on the record that Anakin was the chosen one and still is the chosen one. He did bring balance to the Force, just not the way that niggas thought it was. And that's quoted from George Lucas. By Anakin's my favorite.
And I would definitely like to add on to this with like a little story. So I joined this Discord, right, from this little indie creator I found on TikTok. And the first thing they said to me when I joined the chat, they was like asking me how long I was gonna take to release my first chapter. I'm like, first chapter dropping in January. If y'all didn't know that, January 1st, by the way, is what I'm shooting for right now.
Okay.
Anyways, They was like, damn, that's mad long for real. I was like, what you mean? It's just long ass series. I gotta take my time, make sure shit right. And it's just, I don't know, it just clicked to me. It was like a different environment. Like, some people are just trying to like really just perfect their craft and then push out small stories, which I can respect that route as well. Like, that's definitely not a bad idea. It's just for what I'm doing, It requires a lot more patience, and it's going to do me well in the long run if I just take my time and really learn with it as I progress. It's a very long
Like
series.
diamonds are not made overnight.
Oh God.
All right, Tay, what was your question? Tay, are you there?
I forgot. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so I'm trying to remember where we were. Somebody, anybody, give me a bone. Ice Spice, taking your time. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, I think she was Nigerian as well, part Nigerian. Hopefully, you get back to your roots. Or praying for you, Ice Spice. You don't need to shake ass. You're a beautiful woman.
I'm not.
I will be praying for you, sending prayers and positive energy your way. Munch was still probably my favorite song.
Maybe use some of those music connections to actually, learn something about some music, get you an actual career going. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna just clarify. I'm not praying for Ice Spice until I find out who she was praying to.
Okay. My question. Now that I remember, because I was talking with my friends about this the other day about how when it comes to like this day and age of social media and like TikTok and the rise of that, like they've been seeing like Christianity kind of being like the culture thing, like it's what's popular right now. It's like so many people are like climbing into it. How do y'all feel about that? Because I do, not gonna lie, there are some moments where I'm like, I'm trying to build up my spirit of discernment to make sure, like, are you really like who you say you are, or are you just doing this because it's what's popular, and you just want to get the views, and you're just chasing clout.
I want to hear Josh's opinion about this.
Okay. Okay. So let me first say that it might be popular right now, but I, as a Christian, I always feel alone, and the reason being is because I don't really associate with a lot of other Christians because I don't trust them. I mean, I expect people to be people. I do have trust issues, but I'm not going to trust you just because we share the same faith. With that being said, though, one thing that people often forget is Christianity is still the biggest religion in the world, especially in the Americas. So as far as like people doing it for popularity, yeah, I mean, people it'll pass. What's hot today won't be hot tomorrow.
Facts. Go ahead.
But yeah, as a Christian, I do always feel like alone. Like I feel like there's not a lot of people that identify as Christians anymore, or like I find people doing stuff that like they know they shouldn't be doing, or maybe they don't know. But I do also have to understand they're human, and even though I'm a Christian and somebody else is a Christian, our beliefs are very different on the topic because of the fact that the Bible is up for interpretation. So me and you reading the same thing, we're not gonna get the same thing out of it, and that's okay.
Yeah. To kind of hop off that, I would say I'm more spiritual, but I would say that I identify as Christian. I definitely see it becoming more trendy, but I think it's because it was kind of like it's hot today, hot tomorrow. Before, it was like everybody was hating on the Christians. Everybody was saying that they were haters. Everybody was saying that they're so judgmental, especially with the LGBT and all that other stuff. And I don't think that a couple of rotten apples essentially represent the whole entire religion as a whole. I do think that out of all the religions, it got the most hate and was disrespected the most. And there wasn't really anything you can do, or I'm not gonna say nothing that we can have done, but I know other religions like Islam, like you can't mess around with their face. If you half the disrespect that was done to the Christian, if that was done to everything would just be blown the fuck up. I'm sorry for saying that. Don't flame me for that. But so me seeing it being popularized, I actually like it. I've been seeing a lot more people making music kind of with that, and I think that's really cool, especially that they're taking like the old Christian music that I remember wasn't as like trendy or hip hop. I'm seeing a lot of it in hip hop now. I'm seeing a lot of people using trap beats for that, and I think that might be a way to kind of like unlock a new type of like sound or whatever. So I'm for it. Obviously, I take everything with a grain of salt. I know there's a lot of YouTube pastors and a lot of YouTube things, and I like I said, take everything with a grain of salt. Whatever applies to me, I take that and I run with it, and it's kind of for it's up to everybody's interpretation. I never really sat down and watched, or I never sat down and read the Bible, but how I learn about the Bible and how I, at least in my mind, how I read it is people will tell me stories, and then I'll understand it from their perspective. It's like word of mouth. My dad tells me about the story of Job, about all these things, and when it applies to my life. So every now and then I might pick it up, but I'm just not a studious person like that to actually read it page by page by page by page. It just, whatever applies, I just let that happen, and I learn. And I know about spiritual warfare, and I think all those things are like, very cool to be knowledgeable about. And finding those safe spaces are very important to discuss those type of things. So, yeah, the popularity I think is good, but you just got to be careful.
Matt, did you have something?
Okay, yes, I do very much have something. So first thing I want to say is religion is an industry, just like anything else. Like I wish I wasn't that way, and it really shouldn't be, but it is. So it makes sense that it's gonna have rise and falls in popularity, and people are going to use performative practices and whatnot for financial gain, and that's gonna influence the popularity as well. But I don't think it's a bad thing that it's promoting a good faith. I mean, I believe in a lot of Christian ideals as well. I wouldn't call myself a full Christian per se, just because I like a lot of different beliefs. But I don't see it as a bad thing if it does help out people in a way of like realizing their own chosen religion and not just moving along with it because it's popular.
Yeah, I agreed. I agree. Anybody else have anything spooky or spiritual to add on to it? The Deliverance. Y'all seen it? Everybody's a lot of people are saying that we are supposed to watch that tonight. A lot of people said that that movie, be careful, it might open portals to demons and stuff like that. And I've seen a little bit of it. I think the ending as well, and I like how it ended. And I think that not necessarily it does the opposite, but in most supernatural movies, they don't. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it doesn't necessarily end that way. And I'm kind of glad. I'm just gonna say that I feel like it puts respect in God's name. That's why I kind of feel like. And a lot of movies don't do that, especially like vampire movies. You'll have someone kind of like, rebuke a demon, and the demon will be like, nigga, that shit doesn't work in real life, and kind of just kill them anyway. And that's not kind of what happened within the movie. And so I'm just like, I liked that aspect of it. So it kind of gives a lot of credence to God, and that's always awesome.
All right.
I wasn't interested in watching it, but since you said that, now I'm kind of interested in watching
it. And that's why I was just like, people were kind of trying to throw salt on it and said, don't watch it, it might open up. I'm just like, okay, but y'all sit there and watch all these other movies that end bad.
I thought about it.
So
there's another movie called like The Forge that came out too. So like it's kind of like the battle of like the religious movies. Like one has like The Deliverance, they are kind of being like, oh, it's from like a negative connotation, while they're trying to push more so The Forge. I do want to watch both of them just so then I can have my own
opinion
on it.
It's like Barbieheimer, when fucking Barbie and Oppenheimer came out. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
When Barbie and all right, so Barbie and Oppenheimer came out at the same time, and then people had to kind of choose whether or not they're gonna go see Barbie about fucking Barbie or about how the Manhattan Project, which is what about. Anyways, that doesn't matter. there was also some crazy things about the Deliverance that happened like outside the movie, like with the set, and there's people getting like dying and not dogs dying, and just it was kind of based on. I don't want to.
Right?
Yeah, people getting hurt. Someone caught leukemia, and which is crazy because Monique was involved, and she was kind of involved with the Moesha show, and like that kind of stemmed from that. So I'm like, I want to see, or I want to try to do some research to see like if that had anything to tie to it with Monique and all that stuff, because it's just like, damn, you're going through like 2 sets where all this like crazy, like damn near half, most of the cast from Moesha is like dead. So, yeah.
God.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, it was also based off of like a real house. Like that house is real. Things happened in the house, and the accounts were essentially based off. That's what the Deliverance was based off of. So it's very interesting.
Well, I feel like I got everything but spoilers. So
cool.
I kind of want to ask questions, but I kind of don't.
Yeah, let's just,
because
yeah.
you know. But yeah. After we watch this movie, I'm definitely gonna be looking up some of this stuff as well, because I didn't know nothing about the movie other than people have been saying it's pretty good and that you should watch it, and I've heard that like 5 times. Like, oh man, it's really good. You should watch. Oh, it's really, So I was like, I'll get around to it. You know what I'm saying? And now today seems like the day for that. So I'm with it, but I don't want to know all the controversy. Like I don't want to know all the details about it until I see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so if you guys want to watch that, we're gonna do game night and movie night tonight. Hopefully, we can try to squeeze in both. Yeah, we can definitely talk about something else. Any more topics?
Well, we covered most of the topics, so I guess it's time to cover the dark one or whatever. Because I pulled it back because I didn't want to do 2 dark topics back to back like that. But I feel like we had enough to where we can go back into it. So there was another school shooting, and
yeah, let's give a quick moment of silence for people going through all that.
All right, moment of silence. With that being said, yeah, I believe it was 4 people that passed away, and I think they said 9 people were injured, 9 or 11. I'm not looking at it exactly, so I don't know the exact number, but pretty crazy stuff. They said that the kid was like 14 years old, so very young. He probably pulled up in the trench coat like the rest of them do. I don't know the whole details about it or any of that, but I do know that there was casualties, and so I'm just like kind of sad to hear. You know what I'm saying? That we're here. We are experiencing way too many of these.
Yeah. Was he white? That's what I want to know. Was he white? What was his ethnicity? Has that been released yet?
Look, I don't know. I would assume so.
I think
but
that's the most relevant factor in this case.
I would assume so, but I feel like that's in poor taste. You know what I'm saying? We'll probably hear an interview from the family, you know what I'm saying, or something from the family will come out, and we'll get more details on the story. But I haven't heard too much about it other than that it happened. I know it's been spreading around on social media and stuff like that, so I figured we'd bring it up.
There's something I heard about it. I heard that the kid that shot up the school had been talked to by authorities twice before about death threats online. Like, what the fuck? Like, I know the police can't do anything until it's too late, but there got to be something somebody can do.
That's where the parents need to take responsibility and keep a closer eye on their child. But like, we don't know anything about that home situation, so we can't really say anything about that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go and try to put it all on the parents, but I think that matters.
If that was the case,
Yeah, I think
If
that
he
it
was
does
caught,
matter though.
something like that.
Like keeping an eye on your child. Like I forgot what Martin Luther King said. Is like a revolution or what is it called when people go to the streets and fucking break shit is like a cry for help. You know what I'm saying? So whatever he was going through, you know what I'm saying, that's how he communicated it, and I feel like he needed to for sure be talked to, and
Exactly.
he
That's the responsibility of the parents to
and
either talk to him themselves or find somebody to talk to.
yeah.
But like I said, we don't know the home situation.
Exactly.
Can I
And I was like,
can
the
I
home
throw in
situation
something else?
could have been the problem.
Can I throw in something else?
Yeah.
Because I just don't know. I really don't want to say what I'm gonna say next, but I'm gonna say it. Even though the very next thing I say is pointless, the thing I say after that is what I wanted to actually talk about. But he was white. Here's the other thing though. Was there
Yeah.
bullying involved?
I don't know. See, like that's one of the things I would want more details on. Like I also say it could have been the home that was the problem. So maybe his parents wasn't who he needed to talk to. They could have been the person that was causing the problem allegedly. I don't know enough
And that
about the
could be the core of the issue
person.
is that he didn't have anybody to talk to, and that could
Yeah.
have been. But
Is the shooter alive?
Yes.
Okay. Is he in custody?
Yes, I think so. I would assume so.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot again. The disclaimer. I'm just gonna do the whole disclaimer. We have no idea. We're just regular, normal people trying to figure things out. So if we say anything in poor taste that anybody feels offended by, we're just trying to figure out. I have no idea. This is not affecting me directly.
Yeah.
I just want
We
people
don't have
to
to do
have
all
these
that. We already did the
conversations.
disclaimer.
I know. I just wanted
We
to.
don't have to do all that. We already did the disclaimer.
Just wanted to make
I
sure.
guess for me, it would be like, when did this start? Because I'm assuming school just recently started for a majority of the nation,
Yeah.
with the exception of, like, I know Minnesota just started this week, but like, what could have happened in the span of school starting
It
to
could have been
be
something that he was holding from the last previous years, and then like it just kind of culminated. Cause man, I'm gonna just speak to my childhood, and that's all I can really do. Shit just be going down. So I can only imagine now with the latest technology and how people are connected now, how much shit can go down. Like when I was younger, like there was one time we weren't around. This is like I used to be bad. We used to go around breaking windows and stuff and whatnot. And something happened to where someone else got blamed for something that me and my friends did, right? And the motherfuckers who got blamed were looking to jump my ass and beat my ass like that whole summer. So that whole summer, I was like being hunted down by this essential gang of kids in my neighborhood. And I was just staying inside all weekend, or not all, that whole summer. So I didn't get to go outside because I was afraid I was going to get beat up and this and that. And I'm not even going to lie. At one point when I was like, man, maybe I do need to get a weapon. Maybe I do need to protect myself because these people are chasing me. So I'm just like, luckily, shout out to Anthony. He lived right behind me. That's like one of my closest white friends and one of my best friends. Anytime I got bored, I would just like, we both had trampolines in the back of our backyard, and we would just hang out and we'd just sit there and talk. And I had somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I can only imagine with social media and all these other things, and you're interacting online, and nudes are getting sent, and this and that, and third, and like you get something truly embarrassing can happen to you, and then it just doesn't stop. So it's like, he might have been pushed to the edge to like, and this is no excuse because he's 1,000 for sure needs a little bit more tougher skin, but there's no excuse. But still, it's just like, that's why you got to watch what you say to people online. That's what you got to watch what you say to people, period, because you don't know what they're going through. So it's like, don't press the issue, stop bullying, stop clicking up, and if anything, lead with love and let people come in, because you don't know what you don't know what they might add to the pot. If they're truly problematic, then yes, that will come to light, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, yeah, that I can only imagine being a kid in this day and age.
Yeah, words definitely have consequences, and words definitely have. My bad. Words definitely have consequences, and to kind of piggyback, so you guys heard about the Parkland shooting not too long ago, right?
Did not hear about
Yeah.
Well, there was a Parkland shooting. That's literally my high school. That's the high school I went to. That shit's 15 minutes away from here, from my house. On top of that, that's just, I live in North Carolina, so y'all heard about the Parkland shooting this time, but this ain't the first Parkland shooting. Like, literally, like 3 weeks ago, we had somebody get shot at the mall. Like, and this is a mall. Like, this shit kind of happens all the time, especially when it comes to like the younger generation. I don't know what's going on, but you gotta be smart. You gotta watch what you say to people. You can't react to everything. You have to govern yourself, because you have to love yourself enough to keep yourself safe, even if it means swallowing your pride right now.
Facts.
Yeah, the only point I was gonna add was that it's a new generation. You know what I'm saying? So like he was saying, like Pac was saying, things are different now than they were back in the day. We all grew up in a kind of a different era. Back in the day, you know what I'm saying, and you could call us old for saying that, it doesn't matter, but like back when I was going to high school, anything that happened at high school stayed at high school. That was the extent of the viralness. You know what I'm saying? And if it, or no, it wasn't, because sometimes it would be so viral it would like spread to other schools. But my point being is that it was never a worldwide thing, because like my generation was like the last generation to grow up where technology wasn't so integrated in our everyday life. Like, yes, as teenagers and shit, we had like cell phones and all that stuff, like, but like
it wasn't the same
nowadays. Yeah, it wasn't the same. You're in like third grade now, second grade, and you got a cell phone. But like in my era, that wasn't something that was gonna happen unless you were in like middle school or high school. You know what I'm saying? Some kids that were like the real strict households, you didn't get a cell phone until you can afford one, or until you were in high school and it was absolutely necessary. Me, I got one when I was in middle school. You know what I'm saying? So like, but it just wasn't a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now where it's just so much easier to access the internet and all that stuff, any type of scandal or drama or anything crazy that happens at those schools can instantly become a viral thing. Like, my experience in high school, or an experience that I saw in high school or whatever, there was this girl on one of I think she might have been on the track team or whatever, but she went in the boys' bathroom, was getting tossed up by 2 or 3 boys or whatever, and then the track team was running. They were doing their morning run or whatever, and they went into that bathroom after that run. So like the whole track team had seen what was going on, and that rumor started to spread around the school. But it was, that's something that was only at our school. Could you imagine if anybody had a camera and they walked in there and then they seen what happened, and then sent that at first of all, they would have been arrested, because you know what I'm saying?
That's like revenge porn. Yeah, that too.
Exactly. But even still, my point being is that like moments can become so much viral when they weren't really supposed to be seen on that level. You know what I'm saying? Someone could get their ass beat at school, and that's just what niggas would be talking about. Is, damn, did you see, Terry got his ass whooped. You shouldn't have been talking shit. Blah, whole school talking about that. He might switch schools, or you know what I'm saying? Or and that would be the end of it. But now, if Terry got his ass whooped and it was a bad ass whooping, everybody pulled their cameras out and saw that. Now Terry can't go nowhere in the whole world, whatever. That's that kid that got his ass whooped at the other school, blah blah blah. That's gonna follow him for years at that point. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
that's crazy.
Sometimes these kids or these teenagers can't handle that type of like stress or that type of pressure, that type of embarrassment, exposure, whatever word you want to put in there. And embarrassment, fear,
shame,
trauma, shame, any of that. sometimes they can't, adapt or cope or respond well to that, and they're triggered. You know what I'm saying? And once they're triggered, they respond in a way of protection or harm or whatever. Some people, they lose their shit and they're like, all right, I just want to hurt anybody and everybody. You went off the deep end. But some of these shooters are like targeting people. Like, this is the person that's been bullying me for the last 2 or 3 years. I'm going to shoot that person. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, some of this stuff is just really wild, really crazy. It should never go that far, but like I said, we're just living in a different era. So it's like what Josh said, definitely everybody needs to pay attention and be mindful or be careful about what you say and who you're saying it to, because you never know how that person is going to respond, especially if they can't handle it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And something we were talking about like earlier, everybody wants to not necessarily point a finger at, parents or what were they doing, but it's also the responsibility of the school, because we have children that come there every day, and this is supposed to be somewhere that they are safe to learn, and like basically like a safe haven. And you have people that don't even feel comfortable. You have guidance counselors for what? The students don't feel comfortable to go to them about what's going on. These policies, they're supposed to be the no bullying policy where you're supposed to get expelled. They're not implementing the policies. They're not doing anything. So now these children are taking it upon themselves. And whereas, a lot of adults can rationalize, like, okay, maybe I don't need to do this, a child is going to think more emotionally. And they're like, well, they just did X, Y, Z. And now I'm about to, and we have situations like this. Like, and something else I touched on is I feel the need for the schools to implement talking about mental health issues and things like that inside of the curriculum. Because, sometimes there aren't any signs. Like, we could try to blame the parents or the schools or whatever, but sometimes there aren't any signs. Or you just never know what somebody's going through. And if they were more aware of, different types of things, because there's so many schizophrenia, depression, like there's just so many things that could be in play here. I feel like once people become more educated, we can kind of help prevent these things, because we're able to see more of the signs that we, wouldn't have at first.
I agree.
Yeah.
And even then, I feel like, because school shootings aren't like something new, they've been going on for a very long time. I feel like there should be definitely laws in place where it's impossible for anybody really under the age of like 25 to have access to a gun. Like, if
that's where I disagree. I don't think that there shouldn't necessarily be any laws intact with the guns, because I don't think it's the guns specifically that are hurting people. I think it's the people who have the guns, right? So, kind of to piggyback of what Lex was saying, I think yes, you should. It's more the community. It's the community, like, of the schools and the culture of the schools that are causing these people to go get these things that can hurt people. So if you change the community, there's no real reason for him to go to that extent, because of what's going around him. If he had brothers, if he had people around him that could encourage him not to go down that path. So yes, the kids in school, like this generation, I'm not like, this is probably gonna sound super fucked up, but I'm just gonna say it. It's kind of on them. Change the culture of your generation to where you can accept it, because y'all are going to do better. We didn't talk about our feelings, but y'all can. Y'all talk about your feelings with these people. If the teachers aren't doing it, if they're not doing it, because, like, it's not our, like, it's fucked up. I know what I'm about to say is fucked up, but it's not our responsibility. It is really, they're kids, I get it, but they also need to take accountability as well and be like, all right, well, maybe we need to stop bullying these people, because I'm going to the school, I want to be safe, so let me make sure that I'm doing the best that I can, and it will work its way up. Us as adults or teachers, that will start seeing that and start helping out too. And I think that yes, the adults need to do stuff and have things in place 100%. But like, if I'm I'm young at this day and age, if I'm in high school right now, I am not bullying nobody. I'm keeping my mouth the fuck shut because I don't know what this nigga might do. It's been happening so much. It's a reality at this point. It wasn't when I was younger, but man, if you're in high school right now, watch what the fuck you say. Like, that's what I'll tell my son. If I even have my son go to high school like that, I might just homeschool mine, to be honest. But I'm just saying, if you're a kid right now and you're going to watch what you fucking say. Go home, learn, and then that's it. Don't spread no rumors. Don't talk no gossip, because it's fucked up. I feel fucked up for saying it, but I truly believe it.
I gotta disagree with you just on that one. By all means, be a kid. You know what I'm saying? Or be a teen, so if sometimes people are gonna gossip, sometimes people are gonna flirt, sometimes people are gonna spread rumors. Sometimes you gotta just be you. You know what I'm saying? So like, but by all means, yes. Think about the things that you say to people and how it might affect them. Because like, there's the element of roasting people that I feel like maybe that got a little out of hand at sometimes too. But like, and I don't know. In a healthy community, I feel like all of these things should be allowed.
Yes.
But they should only be taken off of the plate when you're in an environment that's not healthy. And so I'm just like, I grew up in an environment where people were constantly joking, making fun of you, people roasting each other. I never had a shooting at my school. I'll tell you this though. They did find guns on top of our roof at the school or whatever. They found a box full of guns because someone stashed them there. Now, allegedly, maybe there could have been a shooting that was on the rise. But what my point is this. The kids, the teens, the community or whatever, they should realize or be aware of the point when there's a child like that. You know what I'm saying? Or there's a teenager that's starting to show that level of symptoms. You know what I'm saying? When Josh said that part about the cops had talked to this kid before,
twice,
allegedly, you know what I'm saying? Twice, that tells me this had been going on for a while. So if no kid at all stood up to defend what was going on with this kid or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Then I could jump on that wild hill that you ran up about like those kids deserve to an extent. You know what I'm saying? I can run.
I don't want to say that I said that, but I get the angle that I took.
Yeah.
So, 2 adults died, 2 teachers died too, right? So I'm not trying to like understand the kid or whatever, but let's say hypothetically he was being bullied, right? Let's say he was being bullied by some specific people. Let's say he told the teachers did nothing. Wouldn't that give him like motive to go after the teachers too? And then anybody else who got hurt was trying to stop him from, I guess, getting revenge. I don't know.
Yeah,
and that's why I say that the school is to blame as well, because then these students are not feeling, like you said, maybe he did go to a teacher and say, hey, this person is doing XYZ, and the teacher just brushed it off as something that isn't, of importance or whatever the case may be. Or if from being in high school, the high school experience, sometimes these teachers talk to you like you're crazy. Like they don't speak to you like a human. They belittle you instead of just talking to you. Like
some of these teachers be in on the joke. Like some of these teachers will kind of add on to the fire. So it's just like, I think it's more of a community thing than it is like an isolated, maybe it's the parents. I think it's all works in tandem, and then everybody just kind of, the reason why I was kind of going in on the kids at the high schools, I was like, well, you partake in that community too. We can't just absolve them and be like, oh, you guys are kids, you don't know any, like, you're part of it too. You're part of the whole entire situation. So if I'm a kid, I'm only going to speak for myself. If I'm a kid in this day and age, and this is something that
that is prevalent within my culture. I'm 100% like I'm a pussy. I'll straight up tell you right now. I will straight up watch what I say to people, watch how I'm interacting. I even did that in high school myself. I was friends with everybody. My homie Anthony, he was never he was a loner. He was by himself. He didn't really have that many friends. I was cool with the jocks. I was cool with the people who watched anime. I was cool with every single buddy. And anytime anybody tried to make me feel like I was lame for I was like, nah, fuck you, nigga. Like, I'm gonna hang out with whoever I want because I didn't want anybody to feel like my homie. So it's just like, that's just my perspective. I'm not trying to say it's their fault, but as a community as a whole, the teachers, the students, all of them should, yes, have been aware of what's going on and all that stuff so they can all work in tandem to get that guy help. 100%.
Okay.
If that's how it went down.
What I was gonna say was, yes, like there's too many scenarios. We just don't have enough information, and it, regardless of however you lived your life, this could still have affected you, even if it had absolutely nothing to do with you at all. Because I'll run you a scenario right now where it's like, I won't even run you that scenario. I'll run you a scenario with this example right here. Imagine coming to school, never knowing who that kid is at all. You've never even seen him in the hallway. And if you did, you never talked to him or anything. And that kid points the gun at you and shoots you in the leg or whatever. And now you're one of the 9 that's injured. You don't know what's going on. You don't know why he's doing what he's doing. You don't know what reached this level, this altercation. So it's like, and sometimes that's what I'm saying. It's not about, the community or whatever. Sometimes it's just about the person and what they're doing. There's just too many things at play here, and you could do everything right and still end up a victim in this situation.
True. Let me say one more thing.
Doing and still end up as one of the people injured.
Oh, you can be their best friend. That don't mean you gonna get that "don't come to school tomorrow" text.
Right.
Exactly. You could have been shot because you were like, "Hey, what are you doing? Please don't shoot that person." Anyway, and then he points the gun at you and shoots you too. Like, stop talking to me. That's it.
Every time
You know what I'm saying?
I've heard about like shootings, especially when it's a kid shooter, my mind always goes to the Degrassi episode when Drake was in it, and it had that shooter. When he used to act in Degrassi. My mind always goes there. Sorry, that just made me think of that, but carry on.
No, that's a very valid situation.
Like you've seen that Degrassi show where it's like where I think Drake was bullying that kid, and he brought that gun and ended up shooting Drake like 2 times in the back of his in his back, and he became crippled for the rest of his life. But every time I hear about a shooting, I always think of that scene in that episode.
Yeah.
There's something that's been used as an excuse that I want to step away from. I want people to stop saying this, because it is an excuse. People keep saying, "Oh, it's a mental health thing." He was 14. You mean to tell me him and every other school shooter, they didn't have mental health issues up until that day? Because mental health is documented. So we would have known about it before today. Like, if I have mental health issues, it would have been well documented, throughout my life. It's not a mental health thing.
I have to disagree. I will have to disagree on that.
One at a time.
Yeah, right. So, like, as somebody who escaped diagnosis of autism until I was an adult, like, I would have to disagree on that, because sometimes it does get looked over, like, and especially in the generation where we're in now, where we're educating ourselves on it more. Like, I spoke on this earlier too. Like, when it comes to depression, like, our parents might look at us and we're laying in bed all day because we're depressed, and they're like, "Oh, you're just being lazy. Oh, you're not," like, they don't think that there's anything wrong with us because it wasn't something that was talked about really, or that they were educated on when they were growing up. So
it is
they figure like that. Yeah, right. It is now, but
but that's
my
what
mom
I mean.
to this day,
like,
at this age, if I'm in a depressive state and I'm laying in my bed, it's talked about now, but she'll still say, "Oh, you're lazy," but I'm depressed. So you have to also think about the accessibility of, or the want to learn or educate yourself as well. And a lot of people don't have that until it came to this current generation.
Right. And that's why I'm not saying people like, Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm saying like this 14-year-old kid because it's his generation. Like his generation, they do talk about mental health. Like I've been hearing so much about mental health the last 10 years that I know like people who have kids, they have their kids checked out by doctors regularly. They talk to like a bunch of different people. They pay a lot of money to talk to a bunch of different people about their child, have their child talk to them. But it's like it's been used as an excuse. If something happens tomorrow, God forbid, and on top of it, if it's a white person, they're going to blame mental health, even though that person has had no history of mental health complications before.
I agree with both. I agree that there definitely needs to be, in some cases, there needs to be more accessibility in some areas for people to have access to the tools to want to do it. But I think this is just the hill that I'm going to die on. Is like I think that the community and just in general the culture of America needs to be more accepting towards that, especially with men. A lot of young boys don't necessarily want to talk about their issues and how they feel and this, that, and the third. So it's, to me, it's a cultural issue that needs to be changed. So the culture of schools and high school and how people talk to each other needs to change, opening more to the lane of like people talking about their mental health issues. Because had he felt like it, just this in my hypothetical, I'm gonna just speak from that. In my hypothetical mind of what I think could have happened, maybe if he had someone to actually talk to and had that safe space to kind of talk about the things that he was going through his mind, he would have found someone that he can relate to and resonate with. That'll keep him from that path. Because I know I needed it. I know I needed that person, and God sent me that person. So whether it be religion, whether it be whatever, having that outlet and also having people be open and not like clown you or make you feel a certain type of way, not having expectations to be a certain way, that all starts from the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's talk about servers, right? You go into one server and it's one way, and then you go into another server and it's another. So if that is the status quo for that specific server or community, then when you're feeling a certain type of way, you might not be able to voice your opinion. So in that community, that school, you might not have been able to have anyone to talk to because of how it was. So that's why I'm going to keep dying on that hill of, I think it's more so a cultural community thing than it is hide all the guns. You know what I'm saying? Like that, because this is going to be another crazy take. I think that some of the teachers
fight you on that one.
let me finish. I think that some of the teachers should be strapped at the school. I'm just saying they need secure something. Like if I was a teacher, not my dad's a teacher, and if my dad was ever in this situation, I'd be like, nigga, get a gun. I'm being so serious. I would want my dad, because he, like I said, he's a teacher. I would want him to carry a gun. Pop him. I love you. I'm sorry. I love my dad more so than some random kid. So yes, I would want my dad to just put him down and save other children. I'm just saying. Like, it sounds crazy, but that's just how I feel about it.
All right, Pop. Let me fight you on that.
All right, go ahead.
First of all, not everybody is pops. There's some crazy ass teachers. Bro, the teachers will rape kids. You think they won't fucking shoot them? No.
Yeah.
Anyways, but besides the fact, also, I'm gonna say this. I do think there needs to be some level of control on guns, and this is coming from a very personal level because I was suicidal for a very long time, and the one thing that kept me from offing myself was the fact that I didn't want to go through the pain of dying, and the only way I can think of was shooting myself. And the fact that I didn't have a gun to do that saved my fucking life. That's why I believe that.
And I want to say, Josh, I agree with you when you said that a lot of times people just try to throw the use of mental illness on something to get it as like a scapegoat thing. But I do think that in society, it's just something that just needs to be paid more attention to, because a lot of the times it is that, And because like for like how you were saying, like, oh, you never before this, you've never had any type of clues or anything about you know, mental health issues or anything. But sometimes it's just simply like they were saying, like the kids are not feeling comfortable. They don't have someone that they feel comfortable to go talk to about things. So these things aren't getting caught like they should be, and that's goes back to, like I said, society. Like, why are we as people not here for each other? Like, in my experience, like I had an issue in high school as well, where I was suicidal, and I thank God for the girl that went to the guidance counselor and told the guidance counselor, because I wasn't going to talk to anybody. Like I hadn't really talked to anybody about it. I just had my plans, and one of the females I went to school with that I was cool with went and told the guidance counselor on me. If she wouldn't have went, then I probably would not be here today. So I just say, like, we just have to be better people for each other, because we all we got. Like, it starts with us, man. It starts with us.
I agree.
I feel you. You're right. There is something I wanted to say about the whole gun control thing. So here's the thing. If you take away guns from everybody, there will still be people with guns.
Exactly.
Just not the people who are law-abiding citizens. There was a redhead kid that shot up a movie theater. I think it was like 10 years ago now. Let me tell you what his exact words were. I drove past 6 movie theaters to get to this one because there was a sign posted on the door that said no guns allowed. Because of that, I knew it would be a victim-rich society. That's what happens when you take away guns.
Yeah.
He drove past 6 movie theaters to get to the one that said no guns allowed because he knew nobody would be able to shoot back.
Just to, you know,
law-abiding citizens.
Just to add into that, I'm just like this because I'm very pro-gun. Had that school had somebody in there with a gun and that kid knew, I'm pretty sure he would have had it second guessed whether or not I'm going to shoot it. Most of these school shootings are going to defenseless people who cannot do anything. It's these kids taking the power into their hands and going to people who are completely powerless. You are not going to go shoot up I'm just saying, like, do you see people going to shoot up the hoods where people probably have guns at school and I don't think that happens there because no one's stupid enough to go to a school where you know there's other people with guns. I'm just saying, like, that when there's a threat of gun violence being returned to you, you're probably going to think twice. You're going to now, I'm not saying it's not going to happen at all. People probably elaborate and probably think of greater plans. They'll probably snipe, whatever. But you're not going to go there with a close range shotgun knowing that someone might have a pistol on them and go try to shoot up the school and take your revenge. Because most likely you're probably going to get the threat is going to be, or your spree or whatever is going to end really quick. You know, that's like Arizona is a good place to like kind of give my example. I know for a fact a lot of people don't talk as much shit out there and do as much because there's a threat of some people. It's open carry. I can carry my gun on my hip. I wish you would try some shit when I got my gun out.
I hear you both. I'm just saying kids shouldn't have access to that, or people who are giving kids those things should be like.
I'm saying the teacher should not be the one with the gun. There should be somebody with a gun.
Yeah.
In that school. Not definitely.
If I'm a teacher, if I'm a teacher nowadays, I don't care. I'm keeping a gun somewhere. I'm sorry. If I'm a teacher nowadays, now I'm not gonna go shoot my kids. But if I am a teacher, I'm carrying a gun. 1,000.
Can I give another solution? What if we just have police officers at every school?
That don't do nothing.
I thought about that, but the only reason I don't like that is because 12 is their own fucking gang and they be on some shady shit too. So I don't really trust them that much to be in the school with my kids either.
And that's exactly what I was thinking about when we were talking about like
scenario for another shooting.
I'd rather have
about the guns.
Hey, go ahead.
If fucking, we was talking about the whole Trump thing and him giving the police the power to do whatever the fuck they want to do for real. we have to have some way to defend ourselves and do something if shit go down, man.
Exactly.
Like, this world is a little too wicked out here. It's a little too wicked out here for us to just be like, nah, fuck guns. Like, nah, bro.
I definitely think it should be kept. It should be kept out of the hands of people who don't need them. You know what I'm saying? Like people who have mental illness. It's a law in most states. It's a law that they can't buy guns. If you're diagnosed bipolar, or whatever, you can't go own a gun. So it's like if you have suicidal ideations, you can't give. But there's ways that you can get a gun. Like there's like that's just because that's there doesn't stop you from getting guns. So it's like, yeah. If you want to if you don't want kids to get a hold of guns, then whoever's owning it's on the parents. You got to practice gun safety. You got to make sure that your shit is locked up. You got to make sure that you're talking to your kids about gun safety. The more that your kid knows about gun safety and what like the penalties and all these other things, the more he's going to be informed on what he can do. So I'm just like, it's all about knowledge and spreading that knowledge. If you're just, coming back from work and
laws in place.
Like, what do you mean more laws?
More safety precautions in place, going along the same lines of what you were saying, where like kids should be informed, or like there should be some repercussions of like, okay, like, hey, like kids should not be doing this. Like if you are in this, like you.
I would say if you're the parent of a school shooter, and especially if it was your gun, 1000%, I think that you should start getting in trouble. That would probably help. It would make parents really, really cautious of like, all right, I need to make sure that I'm not just leaving this gun around. If that was the case. But if your kid got the guns by himself, or he learned how to use guns from being around you, I don't think that's your fault. If he learned how to use guns by being around you because you got guns, and then he goes and gets another gun that's not mine, that's not my fault. That's not my fault that my kid didn't listen to me, went around and got a gun and started killing people. That's not the parent's fault. But if it is your gun, I don't think in this case, and even the couple other cases, it was that these kids found a way to get a gun. So whoever's giving them should be to blame.
Kids own their own gun. They're gang violence, gang this, that, and some kids own their own guns. Some teenagers or young adults own their own guns.
And
a cousin,
yeah,
or a friend that has one. But
and you can build guns too. They definitely need to do something with that. 100%.
Cut me off though, but don't cut me off. All right, what I was going to say was this though. I think that it probably should move along the lines of staff carrying firearms. I don't think it should be overloaded with. I don't think every single teacher should be walking around with a gun on their waist. But I think that there should be designated safety protocol. People that are chosen probably have to go through a background check and all that other stuff. But I think the principal should have a gun and on his behalf. I think the vice principal should have a gun on their behalf. And maybe we should do an update on what's your clarification or your qualifications, for becoming a principal or vice principal. Throw something in there that you have to be gun certified as well, just for the safety of the students. Because that's the main person that you're gonna go to when some shit goes down at a school, and you're like, well, who's responsible? All right, well, the principal, the vice principal, the teacher. You go down the list. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you had those two strapped up, and then maybe a couple other people that are scattered throughout the school, so that if an altercation were to break out at any part of the school, whatever, there's someone that can respond to the situation at a quicker, because you might if you're at the principal and it's a 2-story school, and whatever's happening on the first story, you might not be able to get there fast enough. So I think there should be a number. I don't think it should everybody. I don't think it should be everybody.
Yes, Record. I think I completely agree with Record on that one. Like, there definitely needs to be some sort of personnel that's prepared for that situation.
Y'all gonna give Miss Thomas a gun? We all dead.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why I said there should be background checks and there should be qualifications done, because you don't want to just give Miss Thomas with Parkinson's disease. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to just give her the gun. You know what I'm saying? You want to give it to someone that's probably gonna have that experience, or someone that is going to take that job and all the responsibilities that come with that. The reason I'm against police coming up and facilitating against the schools is like homies, the police is like a gang in its own thing. And I could just see the scenario happening where a kid isn't listening to what the police officer has to say because he's feeling his badge that day, and then he pulls his gun instead of his pepper spray, and now we got an altercation where a kid died. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't think we should.
So there's
cops running
there's
around.
police. There's police at Parkland, and there's been police at Parkland since at least 2008, because that's when I went to Parkland. And that scenario has literally never happened.
Yeah.
That's fine for your school. However, there are situations where cops abuse their authority by all means.
Yeah, but that might be
/ decease other people. So that's why I feel like when you bring these people to a school, when you bring police officers to a school, just because I'm on the opinion side of not trusting them, I see the altercations that can happen because of that. I'm not saying that's a likely scenario. I'm not saying that that's going to happen at all. I would hope and pray that it doesn't. But just because I know the reality of the world, that I could tell you without even looking it up, I know for a fact that it's already happened.
Yeah,
You know
I think
what I'm
I think
saying?
it happens, but I think that's maybe like an exception to like the general rule. I think yes, there's a lot of things that happen with the police misusing their conduct 100%, but I would 9 times out of 10 I would want a police officer at the school to try to like stop problems like that from happening. A police presence would happen.
Yeah, we got to butt heads on that one.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily against the idea of having some type of protection
Yeah.
force. I just think if we're not going to go the police route, then to arm your
detectors.
staff, personnel, and stuff like that would be the best solution, in my opinion, if we're not going to use cops.
So, what's y'all's opinion on metal detectors?
Let's
don't think they
have
work
them. Let's
well.
have them, but they don't work. Let's have them, but they don't work.
Exactly. For sure. Yeah, I'm all for
I
them,
see-
but that we're only going to stop one.
I'm about to put you on game right now, right? Check this out, right? And this is what I seen happen in real life, right? It's raining. Everybody's coming in. They got their backpacks. They got their umbrella. Kid drops his umbrella, drops his backpack. They go through his backpack. They let him walk through the metal detector. Metal detector does not go off, but the metal detector does work. How did the kid sneak the gun in?
Have no idea.
You want the answer?
Yeah.
It was in the umbrella.
Mm.
The umbrella doesn't have
I
to
knew
go
it.
through the metal detector because it's made out of metal.
Yeah, so
It
I mean,
doesn't
like at the
work.
end of the day, we can rack our brains on the like what we can do to stop it, what we can do to fix the problems, but there's always going to be an issue. That's why sometimes I tune out of this type of stuff. Like I didn't know that that happened in North Carolina with the shooting over there. I tuned out like a long time ago to these type of things because there's just so much nuance to it that it's just never. There's always going to be an issue. Exactly. So it's like
There's always going to be nuance. But
I think that
or somewhere.
I think that the overall you should just aim up to the best possible scenario, and even if something bad happens, we'll figure out how to address that specific issue. And that's why like even though I don't trust the police, even though I don't guns do get in the wrong hands, I would rather have that, it's like the devil type shit. I'd rather have it how it is or make it
It's better the devil you know than the devil you don't.
exactly type shit. So I agree with on both sides. It's just yeah.
Well, we can. I feel like we beat that topic to death. So, with that being the case, I want to shift into the last topic, which is a lot more lighthearted. It's really just for fun, and this will be probably our last topic for the day, which is Dragon Ball Daima is getting ready to drop. Did y'all see the anime trailer? Because it looks fire.
Nobody's seen the anime. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that was like a crazy transition to go into everything. Then now we're on anime.
Honestly, I'm just like, look,
That's how you know
it
he was
might be, but at
he
the
was
same
like, come
time,
on.
I'm trying to be done with that.
No, I'm definitely done with the conversation, but I'm just like, just the range of topics from this pod were like this wild.
We jumped so far away, but that's how I was trying to do it. I don't want to talk about anything real anymore.
Yeah, I want to escape. I want to fucking escape. I saw the trailer. I'm not even gonna lie. I was doubting it before. I was like, oh my god, Goku as a fucking kid, lame. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I was definitely wanting more Super, but seeing him go Super Saiyan as a kid and the animation and all that, like, it's very reminiscent of Dragon Ball. I'm a big fan of Dragon Ball in the beginning. That shit was fire, so I'm hyped for it.
I'm gonna watch it. That's all I can say about it. I'm gonna watch it. It's Dragon Ball. I'm gonna watch it. I don't like Kid Goku. I've never liked Kid Goku. The only thing that makes it okay is that everybody's kids. So it's not Dragon Ball GT, which I did love GT for what it was, but I also, outside of like Super Saiyan 4 and Super 17, I kind of pretend it never existed.
Facts. Super Saiyan 4 was one of the greatest transformations in Dragon Ball.
But yeah, I just don't want Dragon Ball GT again.
I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be upsetting to hear this, but like, it is essentially Dragon Ball GT. At least the frame, it's like, at least from the trailer, from what I've seen, it looks like the archetype for Dragon Ball GT is being used. Who Goku's adventuring with kind of reminds me of that whole, thing or whatever. So it looks like it's just Dragon Ball GT just reskinned.
Damn. Well, maybe we'll get Super Saiyan 4 then.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah, I think we might. I've heard a few things about it. I've seen some videos or whatever. The part where it's related to GT, I heard that there's like some characters that they take from GT and they're probably just gonna redesign them a little bit and give them new backstories. So that's one thing. The second thing, Kid Goku. So that's two things that are very similar to GT. The third thing is, I heard they're doing something with brand new Dragon Balls, and that there's gonna have to be some type of collection thing, and that they're getting them from other people that like put the Dragon Balls within themselves. And that's pretty much what was happening in GT when the dragons were running around. So I'm like, I do believe they're taking concepts from GT. I just think the story itself is gonna be something completely different and original. So, yeah, I think it's gonna be a mixture. I don't know how to feel about it, but I'll tell you this: everything I've seen, I liked so far.
Okay, how many Dragon Balls do we need? Because we got the 7 on Earth, right? And then we got the 7 that Porunga gives you, and then we got the 7 that are planet-sized, and then if you go into the Granola arc, we got 2 Dragon Balls that do the same thing that all the other 7 do. Like, bro, how many Dragon Balls do we need?
Dragon Ball forever. We need 1 million of them. Infinity Dragon Balls.
The reason there's so many is because of the Namekians, and it's kind of like their origin stories or whatever. Basically, they're the ones that are creating Dragon Balls, but there's multiple people that have created their own set. So I don't know what the process is for creating said Dragon Balls, but I do think that it should be elaborated more upon. Like, they even did it back in Dragon Ball. They talked about it a little bit, but it's just so like all over the place that I feel like they should explain the origin of like why Dragon Balls were actually needed in the first place. But it's the Namekians that are going around creating multiple sets. And the Namekians are spread all throughout the universe, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they're in multiple universes. They're not just in Universe 7, they're also in Universe 6. And so, like, because of all of that, I mean, I get it, but yeah, I'm totally on your side. There's too many Dragon Balls, and
right, that was one thing like
I was
Shenron
cool with
did right.
regular ones. Yeah, I think they should have never made those 2 Dragon Balls. That was stupid as hell.
It was.
I was cool with the ones and the regular ones. Anything else, I don't think was ever really good.
It's become a plot device. Like anything that happens, oh, just use the Dragon Balls. Like it's a plot device now, and I don't really like that in storytelling.
Yeah, but who cares? Kamehameha! We love you, Toriyama! R.I.P., bro. I think that was like, I'm going to be 100%. That's probably why I'm having more of a open mind to watching it, is because this is the last work of Akira Toriyama. So I'm like, regardless of whether or not, I'm just going to enjoy the fun, because that's probably what he would have wanted. Just enjoy it. It's not that deep. It could be. Yeah. Dragon Ball definitely could be, but it's not that deep.
Yeah. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't watch Dragon Ball Z for the story. I've never watched Dragon Ball Z for the story. I watch Dragon Ball Z to pretend that I can beat up anybody in the universe.
Facts. I still charge it up to this day.
Facts.
Low-key, I've been telling people for years that Vegeta's a thug. This nigga got the Galick Gun. You're going to see the Big Bang, and it's going to be the final Flash.
Definitely a thug.
Yeah, Guru, did you see the trailer at all?
I haven't seen this trailer, bro.
It's lit.
What are your thoughts?
I did not see it.
Yeah, he said he didn't see it.
Oh, I thought he said he did. My bad. Well, yeah, check it out, man. Check it out. I know I'm gonna be watching it. I just kind of wanted to see where y'all was at with it, because, yeah, once again, it's one of Akira Toriyama's last works. Also, I just think it looks very well made. You know what I'm saying? I heard they pulled some of the top animators from all over the world to come and work on this project specifically, and that it's been in the process for like 3 or 4 years before they even dropped it. And on top of that, I also heard that story-wise, it's gonna play into the next story that's gonna come out. So they're bringing back Dragon Ball Super as well, and Dragon Ball Super is gonna have a villain that has something to do with what's going on this story. So it's like it's a continuation of Dragon Ball Z, the way that it was told to me, and it happens right before Dragon Ball Super starts. But they're trying to tell it to you like the way that they're telling it, so that when this new villain pops up, you'll understand how they came about being. You know what I'm saying? So okay. I think it's worth watching for a couple of reasons. You know what I'm saying? But I do think that gonna have a GT effect to it. You know what I'm saying? It is gonna remind you of GT a little bit. That's how I'm going into the show, like how I'm picturing it. But I don't think it's gonna be a GT reboot. I don't think it's gonna be GT 2.0. I think it's gonna be its own thing, and hopefully it's great. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want out of it, is to be good.
Well, you had me when you said it's gonna lead into Super, because Dragon Ball Super is my shit. Like, Dragon Ball Super is my shit. I like quoting shit from Dragon Ball Super. They be like, Josh, can you do overtime? I'm like, I won't let you destroy my world. I love Dragon Ball Super.
I won't let you destroy my world.
What did Vegeta say? Vegeta said, "That's my Bulma.
That's my Bulma."
I got a story. I had this coworker I used to work with, and he had a little bit of ADHD, and he really liked voice acting, particularly Dragon Ball. So I would just be doing my job, right, and then all of a sudden I hear from the back of the room. I'd be like, I'm dying laughing. I was like, "There's no way this man going Super Saiyan and the goddamn walk-in freeze."
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I growing up wasn't really into it, but my little brother, like, he used to like walk around the house all the time, like, and we would play fight, and he would be like, "Kame." I'm like, "Yo, what are you?" What even is that? Like,
You better watch out. Look, if
whole
you
time I didn't know
got
he
that
was
off,
really about to
Playing
find
for
me
hit your ass with a key blast. Fuck around.
for real.
Fuck around, get caught with a goddamn spirit bomb on you. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all ever see that video? It's like if Vegeta was from New York.
I did see that one. That shit was
Yes,
fucking
that was
hilarious.
hilarious.
It was like, I was just trying to enjoy my egg and cheese, and Frieza hit me with a fireball.
My Tim's Kakarot.
My Tim's.
Oh, fucking damn, bro.
Bruh.
But nah, that's all of our topics for today. So if anybody want to drop anything off the, like any last mentions, or we can end it here.
I just want to mention one thing for the viewers. Again, one more disclaimer. I understand that this was a crazy range of topics, some of them very insensitive, and I personally want to implore you that please do not take it seriously. We just all heard about this today and decided to talk about it, so we hope that you guys have these conversations with yourselves and come to your own conclusions. And yeah, that's pretty much what I have to say.
Please, do your own, look it up. Be informed.
Do your research. Well, yeah. And let's wrap it up. I am HBK Vakora. This is the Casual Crew podcast, and I'm gonna let my cast introduce themselves and drop their links on the way out. Starting with you.
I don't know who you is, but that means I'm just gonna go ahead and take the floor. It's your boy Mukamura Sama, aka Tadusha Pack. You can find me on all social media as Mukamura Sama _Sama, and that's spelled MOOKAMARA _SAMA. Follow my art, my music, all that. You can join the homies Discord by checking the link in the bio. And yeah.
It's just Josh, the Carolina King. You can only find me here, exclusively on the pod.
You know what I'm saying? You can only find me here on Discord. I ain't got nothing else to report. Your boy finna go to sleep.
Alrighty, thank you for stopping by, Guru.
All right. Mac,
it's your girl.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Mac.
Oh, no, I'll say mine for last. By all means.
Ladies first. Go ahead, Lex.
Okay, Johnny. It's your girl, Big Motherfucking Lex. Yeah, Big Lex on all platforms. Y'all come fuck with the Meadows. That link is also in the bio of my Instagram. Tonight we're actually having a Come As You Are night where you can just come and talk about anything and everything that you've been going through, any goals that you want to create for yourself, and just have open-minded people that will not judge. Just have somebody to talk to, because it's a lot been going on in the world lately, and we just need to be here for each other, like I said. So y'all come through.
Alf, you there?
Indie manga creator, also a music producer. You're gonna learn a lot more about that when we do this little interview, if we have time for it. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. You can catch me on TikTok, Instagram. That's MacFreezy _DAC on TikTok. And yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Go ahead, Alf.
Where is your boy Alf, aka Arbitrary Alf? You can find me on Instagram at Alf the Artist. That's about it.
Hey, it's Tay. I'm exclusively on here, but Who knows? Just trying to spread some positivity because we all know we need some. But I hope y'all have a great night.
And we also got your boy Vasto Lorde, but I don't know if he's on mic or not, so I'm gonna give him the shout out while he's here. You know what I'm saying? But deuces, y'all.